Welcome to another episode of 4GQ TV. We should now be live this time. Before we were doing a pre-recorded intro session that was great and everybody missed it. So I'll try to go through it a little bit faster, because the panel probably heard some of it already, and I'll change the order up. But we have a very special guest tonight from Brooklyn, where my mom and pops kind of grew up. What's up, Lemon?
We good.
Nice. That's right.
Short and quick.
Got to change it up. And we have the infamous Flamish returning without his sriracha candy bowl and sriracha candy infused candy. What is going on in the Belgium world, Flamish?
Well, it's fine. I'm back, baby. That's all I'm saying. Next.
Nice. We have Dreadpool, who's relaxing at home, taking some time. What's up, man? Thanks for being here.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. It's great to hang out with you guys again. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I know I had all that energy before. I kind of lost it. I don't know what happened, but yeah, this is gonna be a great show. I'm gonna bring back that energy as we go, and it's good to see everybody.
Absolutely. It's good to have you and PK on the panel together because you're both kind of like tech guys when it comes to chips and stuff. So it's really cool. And
yeah, I like Pringles. They're good.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what you did. I see what you did there, Dreadpool. I see what you did. And yes. And we have Infinite. What's up, man?
How we doing?
With the
Thank
OG
you for having me.
Xbox.
Wish you a good day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah.
But yeah, we should get into this. It's gonna be a good show.
Are you? I guess you're in cyberspace.
I'm locked in the dashboard.
Okay. And we have PK Entertainment, the most electrifying man in the land of YouTube. What's going on, man?
Yeah, so what's good? I am glad to be here. A long week, but exciting for anticipation. I'm glad to be here. Yes, the most electrifying man in all entertainment, right here, Mr. AKA Excellent Execution. I'm here to put the smackdown on all these candy. You know what's, and we're gonna get it popping.
Yeah, and make sure, there's something I gotta tell you about PK. Static Shock, man. If we want news on Static Shock, follow his channel. He's always up to date on Static Shock. In fact, if you go into his Discord, Static Shock has 69,000 conversations with everyone. And it is awesome. He is there 24/7. And then we have our famous British DJ friend from the UK. You're famous, Animated Evil. Let's just go with that. Animated Evil, what's going on?
Thank you very much for having me again, clowns. Yeah, it's quite late tonight, but full of energy. Looking forward to it. It's great to have a packed panel. Yeah, there's quite a few of us. So yeah, let's go. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. We got the Summer Games Fest. We got the Xbox Bethesda Showcase coming up. We got some new news from Xbox today. There's been more talk of different things. And it just seems like, for me, with the news announced from Xbox, with this Xbox streaming stick that's going to come out eventually, and the xCloud Game Pass service on TVs in the future, I mean, it's only an obvious evolution. Tim Dog and I predicted this since 2014, but it's finally coming to fruition. And let me see if I can show you. But I am more than ready to hop in on this. I got these before the announcement because I knew this E3, something big was going to go down. And that streaming stick, the day it comes out, every TV in this house is going to have one. Every TV in this house, except in this busy craft room that I can't access much behind me, is going to get one. So, I'm super excited about this. And you know what? Panel, I mean, feel free to just jump in whenever. But I'll start with PK on this. How can Xbox put the power in the cloud on a streaming stick like this? How can they do this and make it work so well?
I mean, just looking at it at high level, they already make it work well, right? For those who have tried xCloud on a browser, I mean, it's seamless, right? They already start switching out blades with Series X actual boards. So they definitely have the power and the capability, and because of the technology of the streaming, that of course some of it they acquired from the Bethesda deal, some of it they already had. I mean, like I said, they had a lot of capabilities in the former Mixer, that they have some ideas on how to push this forward. Besides that, it's just a normal segue, right? Let's be honest. I mean, smart TVs is a thing, and the first thing that people do when they consume media when they at home is turn their TV on, for the most part, right? Most of us, they use our TV, and the first thing you do is see the little menu pop up with the little apps or the app store, and who would not want an Xbox app to put on there? And we want, I mean, think about hotels when people travel, or and they don't have to bring hardware, just access apps, right? I know I've taken my Fire Stick or Google Chromecast with me on trips and folks, so it's a perfect segue. It makes sense, right? It's a good fit, and why wouldn't you want to put this in front of millions? That's just going to make it more convenient to want people to want to subscribe. Think about businesses, right? When we got to go in and do what I call team building, and you got a TV up there, and you don't know what to have, and you technically can't buy physical hardware, but you can pay for subs, and that there it is. So I think it's a big deal. I mean, who wouldn't do this? I think when it comes to the technology, that's already said and done. They've been planning this for years, and now we getting to see some of the hard work come to a reality, right? Because it's going to come to a point where at some point we might not have it might be looking like an iMac from the Windows side, right? Just a monitor, and you just stick a USB or something in there, and that's it, and you just get busy. So it's going to come down to that, and everything to make it smaller and convenient is the way we're going. I know there's not a lot of believers out there, but trust me when I believe is the people like Amazon and Google, even though you guys don't see that product happening, I know by looking at Amazon, they're not letting go of that. So whatever they're going to do, they're going to do it. And even if that means scooping up some smaller people to make it happen.
Yeah. And one of the biggest things that's really surprising about this is that actually now a lot of people are getting to see that Satya Nadella is really behind this. Like, that came out in the news today, that Satya wants Xbox to double down on the gaming division. I mean, that speaks volumes, because that's the guy that says, here's my wallet for the company and do whatever the heck you want. And if he's all in on this type of technology, that means they are going to have other divisions focused on expanding servers, expanding the blades in the cloud, whatever they need to do. He's going to make sure that Xbox has the resources to make it happen. And Phil Spencer's dream is this generation and this upcoming generation. It's coming true, and he is the leader of this. And there's nothing in the way to stop it now, It's not like the older generation before Phil, where it was like, let's lock everything down, let's just keep it where it is. And that's what Sony was thinking at the start of this generation. And now they're trying to really push PS Now on advertisements on Twitter. If you guys notice, I don't know if it comes up in your feeds, but constantly on mine. So, I mean, yes, this is the future. And Infinite, I know that you have the OG dashboard behind you. Maybe you don't want to get rid of your CD collection of old school Xbox machines. But how do you feel about being able to just take this streaming stick and maybe even just go to work and take a nap while playing Xbox?
let's be as a family man, we go on vacations. There's two things that come with us no matter where we go. The Fire Stick, so we can access all our media, go right on the hotel, wherever we're at. If we're renting a house for the week at the beach, we got the Wi-Fi there. We put our media sticks up, we're good. There's 3 of them that come with us. 2 of the kids get one, we get one. And then every time we go out for a week to go to the Outer Banks, the kids bring their Xboxes. When we go camping, kids bring their Xbox. It's what they do. We go glamping is what we call it, glamping. Go to Middle Cooks Forest. We got 3G signal. Why not? You can use game streaming. I do it all the time at work. Just the game streaming app alone, not just the Xbox Cloud itself. But if I could take the stick with me instead of carrying out one of the kids' Xboxes in a case, that's less places to put more luggage, right? So I'd be for it in a heartbeat. That's the first thing I'd get. 2 sticks, one for each of the kids. Take with us on vacation. Keeps them occupied. Keeps me available to relax and not entertain them. Not what entertainment's about, right? Entertain the kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't have to worry about entertaining them. I don't have to worry about answering questions. They're playing their games. That's what that's there for. That's what I like about it.
Absolutely. Dreadpool, I know that you've also spoken about this in the past, and you're a believer in this. So how do you feel about this announcement finally coming out and being officially announced by all the guys at Xbox?
Vindicated. No, well, yeah, that too. But I mean, we saw it coming. We saw what was going on. I mean, well, Stadia was trying it. When we saw how they went, you know what I mean. It was just they just weren't prepared for it properly. You know what I mean. They kept on making promises and they weren't even there. And some of their promises were disillusioned with what they can do. And that's a cute puppy, whoever that is. But no, it's we saw it. We saw that the industry going that way. We saw the tech going that way. I mean, we've talked about TVs having it integrated. You know what I mean? I was also, well over back in the PS3 era and the 360 era, I'd bring both consoles with me when I'd go traveling and working for other offices. Right. So I go down to Key West or I'd go down up to Jacksonville, wherever I'd go, I'd bring both consoles with me. And that's what I do. I'd hook them up and play locally until they set it up. Which the good thing was PlayStation, I was able to open up the browser and get on so I can actually get online. But the 360 at that time, I couldn't do that. So I just had to play local games. But you see where it's benefiting. We were already doing stuff like this, and to have a stick to carry with you. So what? You lose the stick because you forgot it. Not a big deal, right? You lose a Series X because you forgot it. That's a bigger deal. You know what I mean? So carrying this stuff around, worrying about damage, worrying about this, it's a little stick. It's a USB stick. Okay, not a USB, but still a HDMI stick. That's going to carry around and it'll take the beatings of being in a suitcase or a duffel bag. You're not going to worry about it. You just throw it in the backpack and you go to your destination, unbox, unpack, and there you go. You're playing games, watching TV, doing whatever. I mean, Infinite was a prime example of what he was doing, the same thing that I was doing, but with his kids. I was just doing it for myself because I am the kid. At least I was at that time. And speaking of, I'm going to interject here. Today's my daughter's birthday. So if y'all want to do anything.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
I will make sure she listens to this later on.
Another breaking bread with Dread with my daughter. That's what you guys should do.
Oh,
your birthday special.
We thought about it. I thought about it, but
that was fantastic, by the way. Good job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, I mean, we've called this, and I've even taken it to the next extreme where it's going to be between console and USB stick, because I keep saying USB, but anyway, but the stick, right? There's not enough processing yet to keep your localization like you do with your actual consoles, but we're getting there. I mean, you look at your phone, look at how powerful our phones are now. Look at how powerful the stuff is getting, and we're making it smaller. You got the ARM. If they incorporate that, we're going to be able to get all this stuff smaller and go to localization, which would be even smaller. And years ago, I predicted that it would fit into the size of like a little Roku, like a little Raspberry Pi, to keep your localization, so that way you can kind of get more precise with your shooting and your actual hit accuracy. You know what I mean? So when we're watching how Stadia was doing it, it was kind of a little off, and the amount of data that they needed versus what we're streaming from Xbox. Xbox was at least half, if not more than half the size of what Stadia needed, and even then performed better. So what else we got? We got Orion. So you got that. Once they figure out what they're going to do with that to your stick, so you may not need that localization as much. So, but you see where it's going. It's going so you can go portable. You can play anytime, anywhere, whatever you want. And I'll just leave it at that. But that's where we're headed, and we see it. I mean, how many times have our phones have gotten smaller and smaller? The only reason why our phones are getting bigger now is because of the screen size. We got all these phablets we're walking around with in our pockets. Got to go back to Janko jeans just so we can fit some of these phones in there.
That's good. That is good.
I don't know if anyone's seen the Xbox Wire article where Phil is discussing with Satya about the future of Xbox and stuff like that, and their focus is, and Satya or Phil says, I've read the interview, I can't remember which one mentioned it. It's quite a lengthy interview. One of them states that their goal is that it doesn't matter where you are. You could be on a tin pot PC with no processor, but you'd still be access all your games. And I think that's exactly what they want. And that stick is going to be exactly the same. And they're going to be using the power of the Azure cloud and that new thing, fun play thing. I've got it up here somewhere. What do they call it? PlayFab.
Technology.
That's their new thing. Yep. So the Azure and PlayFab working together will alleviate that pressure off the actual processing unit of the device, and it will be just cloud based, and that is just amazing.
So now imagine when I was on Luca's show 2-3 years ago, and I said I can see them making an app for the Xbox One to stream. Right. Yep. So your OG Xbox One would not do anything, no bells and whistles, just a straight up stream. You already have the console. If it's, for those that still have that VCR bread box.
I still have mine.
I still have it too. It still runs, man. That thing's built solid.
I did until
makes fun of it.
I did until I got hold of an Xbox Series S. I'll be honest. I was using it up until 8 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Still works fine. Yeah, it's still being used now in another room.
And you look at the One S and the One X, right? Those can stream 4K HDR.
Yep.
So now you play those games, you get that app, and you play those games. And I got laughed at. And I was like, well, that's fine. I'm just saying it's possible if they do it. And look where we're at now. Okay, so we have an app on our phone. We have an app now on our iPhones that can do the same thing. It's literally all they have to do is just throw it on there, and then they can do it again, and they have full access. But it's the question of which way they want us to go. Do they want us to go and hold on back to our older consoles? 3 years ago, yeah, I could see it. But now the memory stick makes a lot more sense. Integrating into the Samsung TVs, like we've been hearing for the past 2 years, makes sense. You buy the TV, it's already there. You just got to get a controller.
Yeah, but I don't think that will replace, because that's more like convenience. So I don't know if you ever tried the console streaming yet.
All the time.
Your Xbox.
I've tried the console. I have not done xCloud, but I've done the console streaming. I haven't had any issues yet.
I've done
phenomenal for me.
I've done the console streaming to my PC with the One X. I've done the console streaming with both to my phone, out in work and in the other room in the house. So, and I've been in, with what I do, I'm in multiple different places. So at any given time at night, I'm in 3 different businesses that I'm supposed to be at working, and I've tried them all there, and I haven't had an issue. I mean,
right. So that's kind of what I was kind of alluding to, is like it's not going to be a replacement for physical
No.
hardware. Physical hardware
No.
is you got to have your base, but definitely going to be one of those things that it's going to have a huge adoption at some point because of the convenience.
It's and that's the thing. I never meant it to be a replacement. It's ease of access,
Enhance your experience.
easier to get people into it for adoption.
Right. And
Well-
Satyada is all about subscription model. I mean,
Yeah,
look at
he is-
365.
He is
Yeah,
about services and Windows. I don't know if you guys know this, but PK brought up a while ago that Windows 11 might be around the corner, and that could be them going
Says.
more. Yes, but I want to get our special guest Lemon's opinion on this, because I know that he is the man that's got like every electronic that ever comes out. He makes sure he gets it first. He's got people lined up around the block for him at these places to make sure he's already the first one getting it. 8K camera, he got it. 8K TV, he gets it. 12K, I don't know, he gets it. He's got it. So Lemon, you probably have many TVs, but you probably have one or two hooked up of your favorite ones. So
Right.
this streaming stick, man, like, is this going to be something that you're excited about? Is this a game changer for you? Or are you just going to wait for the TVs that come out with this?
Well, this is a game changer for everybody. We y'all all hit some fantastic points, but there's a point that nobody really talks about when it comes to game streaming. Let's take Cyberpunk. We know the older consoles struggled with that. All the problems, the bugs, the 20 frames. Now, if they throw that game on xCloud and you have this stick, you get those good graphics. It also depends on your service of internet provider, but you don't have to worry about hardware. So imagine those people struggling with these games, which is definitely, we're moving into the future. Games are going to be Xbox Series X and S enhanced. Imagine just having the stick. And you don't have to have the most powerful hardware to enjoy these games. And yes, it's an additional to your service where you can have these sticks and definitely put your account on it and take them wherever you go. But just think of that factor alone, that everybody will be able to play a better version than if you own a base console of Xbox One. That's a major factor right there. And with these TV manufacturers, multiple TV manufacturers that they're working with to put an app on your TV, that's another bonus. I think it's a great idea, man. And I said it on GLG last year. I said I guarantee that they slap a Game Pass app, an xCloud app on a TV. Dudes in the chat went crazy. Oh, you just love Xbox. I'm just like, that's like the next decision they should be making for cloud gaming.
Isn't that funny though?
It's hand in hand.
You see it and you call it, and they make fun of you. And it's like, you can keep laughing all you want, but you guys have your eyes closed. You're not paying attention to the rest of the industry. Sorry,
And
keep
everything,
going, man.
And everything is an app today. I mean, look, Roku sticks, Amazon sticks. They're upgrading them to 4K capabilities, HDR, Dolby Atmos sound, Dolby Vision, HDR Plus. These are coming with sticks. Little sticks. It has the HDMI and it plugs into your TV. You can have what I used to tell people back in the days. I bought I think the first smart TV, the Samsung 8000, right? The B8000. And a couple years down the line, my boy was like, yo, you got apps on your TV. My older TV don't have that. So I know what I told him. Same concept. Go get a Blu-ray player for $199 that got these apps. When you plug it up, you got the apps on your older TV too. And that's how things work. You have to have a vision. Some of these people that talk about business don't even know how to do business. They just be talking. It makes no sense for Microsoft with the xCloud platform that they're building and is growing every day to just lock it into your cell phone when you can put it on the millions of TVs out there that people buy. millions, and they sell more TVs than they do consoles. That's a fact. So if you have an option like this, and you know, my daughter was telling me the other day, "Oh, I want a new Xbox." I said, "Oh, okay. You can't get your hand on them, but if I get my hand on one of them sticks, I slap it on her. The same B8000 I got in the room, she get to play those games at a nice fidelity." Because the console is the premium platform where you get all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, and then we have to realize too, the stick isn't probably geared towards Americans or those of first world nations. They're geared to the second or third world. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to travel through Mexico, through South America, Central America. I've seen huts out of straw, out of brick, out of stone, with nothing in them but a TV and a satellite, and everybody's huddled around the TV. I mean, I'm sure it's getting a lot better now in the last 10 years than it was when I was down there. But what it is it's an entry barrier for those who aren't wealthy enough to afford a $500 or $300 console, but can afford a $79.99 stick.
And a $10 premium a month.
And let's be real too. Yes, and let's be real. And don't think they're going to get paid $10 a month. It's going to be priced at where you're at geologically. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. But I'm talking about like the general price for Game Pass, whatever it is in the region.
It'll be whatever is in the region. And they'll be able to play those games and enjoy that content and that entertainment at a low entry barrier, and then we'll enjoy it. And let's be honest, there's many other countries like Brazil that's 5G capable. It's a third world country, but you look at how fast their internet is there. You know,
that's the only limits to this ability. It's the only limits,
and it's already there. Yeah. You know, I mean, console streaming on regular 3G network isn't bad at all. I can imagine how much better it's going to be when they actually start doing more and more and develop the technology further.
Yeah, and let's not forget, we're not getting 8K 120 on anything right now, but let's, some of these people are thinking that you're getting full resolution and everything on these sticks. These sticks can't handle that much. I mean, yes, when you're streaming video, you're going to be getting that 4K, but some of these games don't need to have 4K on it. They're going to look like crap, so you're going to bring it down a little bit. Yeah, you really don't want to be streaming 4K games anyway. No,
that's
exactly.
a lot of bandwidth. As long as you can get that 1080p mark and keep those the bit rate high, you fine. Especially when you're not investing into the premier.
If all you can afford the stick, you'll be happy with 720 as well.
And these servers, these server blades, each one of those consoles in there can produce 4 games at the same time. So that's what, 4 consoles? That's 16 games that they can shoot out of one server blade. So think about that. And that's usually, I believe that was 720p.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the stick, you're going to be okay with 720p.
Yeah, with the stick, I was going to say then you are actually limited by your display.
Right.
If they can't target 4K because everybody in the world hasn't got 4K. So with the stick, you are going to be limited with whatever display device you plug it into. You might only have a 720p monitor you can plug it into or TV. So that's going to be limited anyway.
But I mean, it's still, if you want that premier resolution, you know what you got to buy. These are just options. That's why you're going to buy the box. Yeah,
right. Absolutely. Yeah,
it's options. It's surely not a console replacement, but it's a great Robin to Batman. I tell you that much. That's a win.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean, perfectly put. Robin to Batman. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just get your foot in the door. It's almost like, hey, you got Netflix for free for a week. Get in here and check it out.
Yeah.
Get yourself hooked.
I mean, everybody, the Amazon stick is the top selling stick on the planet.
Yep.
And that has
look how cheap it is now too.
Right. $39.99.
Now it's $40. Black Fridays, I've seen them $20 on Black Friday.
Right.
Yeah, I think
you get everything.
When I bought mine, it was $25 for Black Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, and they fast. They're snappy.
Phenomenal.
It's a good look. Microsoft is doing a damn thing. I know that much.
I can actually imagine in a business sense that they're thinking that these sticks will bring more people in, because if you think you're playing in a stick, oh, this is really good, look at this, and someone says to you, actually, if you bought an Xbox or a piece, whatever, you can actually play this at double the resolution, double the frame rate. You'd be like, huh, really? Because and that's what drives people to start purchasing your hardware.
Yeah.
In my
I-
opinion, of course.
I like what
and
I'm
don't
doing, and I
forget-
want better.
Yeah.
And don't forget, people still have access to it on their phones right now.
Yep.
So,
That's a
well,
fact.
depending on the countries you're in, but most of the countries right now, you can log in, Game Pass.
Yeah.
You can log into. Obviously, we were just talking about streaming from our own consoles. If they
Yep.
had that, if they didn't, they wouldn't worry about it. But it's an easy in to go there, and then you say, "Hey, look, now that you've played on the phone, you've got that
Yep.
that itch."
Yep.
You buy the stick. You don't have to buy the console, but you can buy the stick and do the same thing right to your TV. Boom,
Yeah.
instant sale. You know what I
And-
mean? And instant lock in again.
Mm-hmm. And even look how much it evolves from when it's been out, right? The last 2 years. If you go on your tablet and you use those touch screen controls, look how much is involved. They're implementing that in everything on the blades. Everything, every game on xCloud, they're implementing touch controls so people with tablets can play. I mean,
Yep.
it's they're evolving and growing faster than most people are recognizing. And you'll hear everybody talk about Game Pass, but don't see how much xCloud is changing the game in terms of being a gamer on the go. And I always said, playing through your phone with console-like graphics, Nintendo can't match that with no portable Switch. They can't. They can't. When I beta tested Gears of War 4 at E3, when I tested at E3 live, I said, yo, this is console-like graphics. And it's on a small screen, a 6-inch screen, 6.5-inch screen, but it was 720p, but the game looked amazing. Amazing. I'm like, what portable can come out, match these graphics, console graphics on the go? There's nothing on the market that could do it. It's amazing.
No.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Flamish, in Belgium, it might not be as hard to get a console for Xbox, but do you think if these sticks came out in Belgium, and being a lot cheaper than a console, do you think it would be popular over there?
Honestly, I've no idea how it. Me as a person, like in Belgium, I've never seen someone with like a stick like Amazon and all the other sticks. Like I don't even know how that works, what it is about. Like I have no information at all, and there's no one I know from people, relatives, friends that knows about these things. I think it's more like an American thing that I've seen. Like same with like the girl you talk to, Amazon Echo
Alexa?
or Alexa and stuff. Yeah, that stuff like that. That's not really popular here in the European market. I think I don't know how it is for most countries, but Belgium, I think there's not much market for that. Maybe the stick will be better than at least on the phone, but we still have data caps, so streaming here in Belgium is not the greatest, I would say. If they remove data caps, I think it would be more popular in the first place, but for now it's a little bit difficult, I would say.
Well, now you got your homework cut out for you. When you go to work, you're gonna have to start asking everybody that gets on if they've ever heard of a Fire Stick or Chromecast.
When I get to work again, I'll consider that, because it's actually great, like research to
And
do.
with everywhere you go, you have a good demographic, a good variety of demographic.
Yeah, it's true. Could be something that I'm interested in researching.
Yeah. I mean, you do come across a lot of travelers. We're not going to say what you do, but you do come across a lot of travelers. So it'd be interesting when you talk to them if they heard of this or if they're thinking about getting it. But, the next thing I would just want to go into on this real quick is that price point, right? Let's everybody take a guess on price point, and then see who's right when it launches, kind of thing. So, I had 2 price points in mind, but I'm gonna have to stick to one. Okay. So my original price point thought was $199 with a controller, but then I was thinking, well, if you're gonna do that, you could just get the Series S because it's like $100 more. So I'm thinking it's got to be priced $99.
I'll go next.
Does-
$79.99.
Does it have to have the controller, or is it just
No,
the stick?
No
It
controller.
doesn't have to have controller.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go $79.98, no controller. Go one under.
98. That's at Walmart. That's if you go Walmart, it'll be 98.
Yeah. Or 97 actually at Walmart.
97
right?
it was.
2 pennies
They always
down.
do like a couple cents under 99. Yeah.
I just feel like we're playing the prices right here, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Window.
$1.
I would say $60.
Wow.
60, huh?
That's impressive if they could pull that off.
Now the
Just-
question is, do you think they're going to have the same capabilities that the Fire Stick has? They're going to load multiple side apps on it as well, or is it going to be just Xbox, XCloud, and that's it?
I think it.
That's what I base my price off. If it's just doing that, it can't be that much more because it's just streaming.
I'm thinking they're gonna maybe start with Xbox and then expand later.
I would figure that they would use the apps that they have now on the Xbox and just shift them over, if the contract permits, right? Because if they say, because right now, you notice how there is no Xbox Network, there is no Xbox Live. I know they said network, but it's basically they're trying to get away from it because everything is encompassing Xbox. Because you notice what happens, they're on the 360. We can't get games on the Xbox as a whole because it's 360 game. So they have to get those contracts to go to Xbox. And that's why they're saying strictly Xbox. So that way they can say, well, Xbox Live or Xbox Cloud is no longer there. It's just Xbox. So when you go there, it's Xbox. Whether you're on the console, you're on cloud, you're on streaming, it's all Xbox. It doesn't matter if it's on a stick now, it's Xbox. So depending on the contracts, I'm going to say that all those apps will shift over just like it is an actual Xbox because it's just Xbox. I don't think they're going to say Xbox stick or Xbox. That's going to come out the wrong way, or Xbox, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just going to be Xbox. And there you go. You got the stick. It might be, series something, just so that way it's not devoid of being just strictly Xbox as a whole.
Yeah, I would imagine already, like if when any particular menu or say programmer does the apps on the Windows Store, I bet you when they sign an agreement to be on the Windows Store, that it's probably across all Microsoft products already. I'd imagine that, so it automatically would go to the Xbox. If you go to your Xbox now and go to apps, you can see a bunch of stuff that's just geared towards the PC itself, but it's available for you to download on your Xbox.
Right. That's why
So
I
I'd
said
imagine it's all encompassing all across all Microsoft products, regardless already.
and that's what I'm thinking is ever since then, that's why we lost Xbox Live, Xbox Cloud. It's just Xbox, and those contracts would say Xbox. That's why I brought up 360 earlier, because they had to bring the 360 games in as BC, so they had the, even then they can't really mess with the game as it is, that the console is doing the tricks for the extra, stuff that we're getting, like the auto HDR or the faster frame rates. That's the console doing the tricks. It's not messing with the game. But yet again, that's a contract thing. And right now, I'm sure everything is just strictly Xbox. That's why we lost the added names to differentiate the different services, because it's just Xbox and it has the other services without the differentiating names on them.
I actually, I want to go lower than all of you, to be honest.
Ooh.
And I'm saying, hear me out, because they have to be competitive. They have to get it out there in the market. They have to entice people that don't need it or don't want it to actually think, oh, that's a good idea. And we've already discussed that the Amazon TV Fire Stick thingamabob is around $40, okay? They did it with the Xbox headset. They went the same price as PlayStation. They did $99 or whatever it was. I think they're going to go $39.99, and all you're going to get on it is it'll come with a month of Game Pass, and you'll be able to access the same app we've got. You know, the Xbox app on mobile. I think that's the only two apps that'll be on it. It'll be just yeah. And the reason I think that is because we've already said that your likes of Amazon, they're trying to get into gaming and stuff. So they're going to try and bring out the same thing. Are they going to have a stick that does gaming? And if so, Microsoft have to match. Yeah,
their Fire Stick does have access.
So if you can get a Fire Stick for $39.99, $40, you also need to be competitive and match that price for Xbox. Otherwise, which one are you going to buy? You're going to buy the cheapest one.
I'd buy the one that's got the Xbox Game Pass on it.
You would if you knew what that was. You would.
You're right.
Yeah,
right.
And we
but
all
at a lower
would.
price point, they go.
But I also know that the Xbox has more access to games than a Fire Stick would.
But the Fire Stick isn't for you.
Yeah,
the Fire Stick isn't for this group of people.
What are you talking about? I play all games. I don't care what it is.
Agreed. But what I'm saying is the Fire Stick is for people. If
the Fire Stick could do keyboard and mouse, wireless keyboard and mouse, I could see that now opening your game selection. Are they? Okay.
The Fire Stick already has wireless controller capability.
So but again, the Xbox stick isn't for this group of people here, is it? It's aimed at people that don't know what it is. They can't afford the console. They need to entice them people in to get them into Game Pass to make that monthly subscription worth their while. And when you've got a stick device, your competitor is the Fire Stick, which is around $40. So I would think $39.99. It comes with those two apps.
You know,
that's
it's an interesting idea.
Makes sense.
You have. It's an interesting idea because they are going to have to compete in the same space as the Fire Stick, and they're going to have to sell the device in the same sections that the Fire Stick is sold, and they're going to need some type of marketing pitch that says, "Hey, you want this stick over the Fire Stick, and this is why you want this stick." So you may actually be onto something else where right off the bat, they might bring the movies and TV app from Microsoft into that already, as well as Disney Plus, since they have a great relationship with Marvel and Disney right now. So, I mean, you have a point that they could bring certain things over there, give you a free month of Game Pass, give you a free month of Disney Plus to entice you. And Evil, I think you hit something that I didn't even think of. They have to be competitive.
Yeah, and when you think about it, they could sell it at a loss, just the same format they do their consoles. Whereas the Amazon Fire Sticks, Roku, the Chromecast, they selling those at a profit. They're not selling those at a loss. Whereas Xbox would think, hey, we could sell these at a loss. We recuperate it with the monthly cost of Game Pass
subscription,
game description purchases, so they can sell it at a loss. Good point.
I got a smart question because I have no idea what the stick says about. Okay, so the difference between the Fire Stick and the Xbox stick that's coming out, like, what's the difference?
We don't know the differences yet.
We don't know the differences yet, Flemish. Yeah, we're just speculating, kind of, on this.
Okay.
I believe on the Fire Stick, Dreadpool, I don't know if you tried yet, but I believe on the Fire Stick you might be able to sideload the Xbox Android app as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be able to. I'm not doing it.
I've seen it.
I just don't want to mess with it.
But if I'm thinking like, okay, they have to be competitive, but I think Xbox has more of a value, so they could price it higher. So I'm also in the ballpark of $80 because they have way more value than a Fire Stick.
Well, again, we're talking about right now. I know they're forward thinking, and they do have some insight on what their competitors doing. So I think it's a good point. That they do have to be competitive.
I want to go to one of the experts here on buying electronics. The guy, I mean, that spends money and lines up around the block to make sure he's got the next hottest tech, whether it's a drone that can see you miles away, satellites in the sky, whatever he's got. So, Lemon, what do you think this is going to be priced at, and why do you think that?
First, let me say they have too many partners in these apps. Too many. They're not going to leave no app out. They're not just going to give you Game Pass, and that's it. What I think they're going to do is they're going to go $149.99 with a controller, full access. Game Pass, Netflix, Disney Plus, as you referred to, they do have an excellent. They're not just going to give you a stick that just plays Xbox, because that's not going to work for the average casual. People buy these sticks because they want to have access to these apps. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to put these apps on there. Game Pass is nothing but an app, and they're going to pack it with a controller. That has to be the difference. You can't say, oh, just buy it without a controller. They might have a package without a controller, but I'm pretty sure they're going to push a controller.
See, and that's
a little argument then.
No, but I agree with what you're saying with the competitiveness, but I don't believe they're just going to have Game Pass.
No, but I'm just saying that's what comes with that you get. The apps might already be on there, but you don't get it in with because you can't entice someone to those sticks who's already got Disney, who's already got Netflix, who's already got Amazon.
But it's still an option. You can't bring it without either,
absolutely,
because you can't bring it without it. Because why is the Amazon stick selling like that? Because people want those apps.
The apps,
it's the top selling stick on the planet. Everybody don't have one. There's still billions of people who don't have them. So
you can add your own apps, can't you?
Apparently, you got countries who don't have them, according to Flemish.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So I'm saying, like us here, I can do amazing things with that Amazon stick, but everybody's not like that. Some people just want to plug and play. So imagine them doing the 150, which is way enough reasonable for the gaming side with a controller, and they are compatible. There is Roku sticks 4K out there that's $100.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, they're 100. It's not like because Amazon stick is the basic. You getting the basic Amazon stick. You know they got a $80 version and a $100 version.
Of course I do, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, why aim at the bottom and you could meet those dudes at that $100 mark or 150 and give a controller to support what you're pushing?
Why not all three?
Well,
why not have why not have the option of all SKUs like they did with the two consoles?
I think that's exactly the plan, right?
That's what I said.
So
they can release
there,
with and without a controller. But business-wise, for a gaming company, you can't leave out Netflix in them. You can't. They're too important. No. You
Look
can't.
At Nintendo.
That would be.
Look what Nintendo did. Yeah, and it messed with them.
Yeah, they only got YouTube and something else.
They do now, but they didn't before.
But they didn't. But
right. You gotta have it, man.
It was like 2 years before they even had YouTube on there.
You gotta have those options. You can't leave people and just think you might as well just make a cheaper version of the S then and sell that and just say you can stream with this. You know what I'm saying? But I think they would have to put those apps, and I think they have to use the controller and just throw it in there. They still gonna take a loss. Rather take a loss on a controller than a console.
If they're expecting a subscription base out of it.
And if you're getting a basic controller on top of that, so figure what is it, like $60? And then what Infinite and I said $79.99, so that's $80. That's $140. We're roughly in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
and, no I was just saying without it, but yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. Maybe in the future to have a couple release like that, but yeah, from the get-go, you have to have that controller.
They gotta push.
There's no way. I mean, what if you have the OG Xbox and you got the OG Xbox controllers, which I still have 2 of them, and I buy this thing? Guess what? It's not going to work because it doesn't have the Bluetooth on it.
Exactly. And look what Stadia did. Mm-hmm. Stadia had those packages. Chrome Ultimate, just a controller. Use your cell phone to attach to your TV or computer and use your controller like that. And then they had, well, if you don't need none of that, you have your controller ready. Just use the app. I beta tested. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But it's like Luna is trying to do the same thing through a browser. Nah, they can't lowball themselves. They gotta be aggressive. And it's like I said, it's not a thing they're depending on, but they gotta come at it from a gaming side and don't take away nothing. Because people say, why would I just buy this stick to play games and I can't do nothing else?
And what I hear, Lemon, is what you're telling us, or 108, I apologize, is
It's okay. Lemon is good.
You want them to be the leaders of this here streaming biz, even if it comes to
Game streaming,
doors.
no question.
Yes,
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because look at Stadia. They tried to cut corners, right? You can see the way even Luna's doing it. Their pay scale is retarded. I'm sorry. You got to pay for channels. Ubisoft, Capcom, Square Enix. By the time you finish paying all of those bills, it's going to be way more than Game Pass. More than for a year, easily.
And you're
I don't know who
Luna
beta
on
tested
top of all
Luna
that.
yet, but the Ubisoft channel was $7.99. Luna services was $6.99. Who else they had? I think it was Square Enix. They was $7.99. So right there, those three services, the basic service, which you got to have access to the other channels because you paying per channel.
But see, the thing about Amazon is they do have an advantage. They already have a subscription service. So if they throw it in there with their Prime, I know they didn't.
Not yet.
This is
Not
beta.
yet. Not yet.
This is beta. That doesn't mean it won't happen. I'm just throwing it out there that if they did, that's an advantage for them. So like you said, it is going to be a competitive situation, and they definitely need to come hard.
I got a question for you, PK.
Yeah.
How many gaming companies, major companies, not even small ones, how many major companies do you support as a gamer? 10?
All
you think? All right then. So imagine paying per channel. Forget if they throw Luna into your Prime.
I get you.
You're still
but Amazon's not a gaming company.
That's right.
But they're a business. They know how to they know how to flip some stuff. So all I'm saying is if they invested, they're not giving up. We just got to think about that they're just going to dust themselves off and try to figure out how to make money. You think they gave up on Alexa just because there was Cortana and Google, whatever Google's assistant was? No, they just bought some more people or companies that had the smart people that specialized in the AI speech, and here we are.
Okay,
they just kept throwing money at it.
There's something I gotta go back to real quick that Lemon said with the controller, and I think he's onto something here, because one of the benefits of a Series X or S controller is that it's got lower latency connecting to the Xbox device directly versus other controllers, and I think he could be very right with his price point, because Microsoft can use that as a marketing tagline saying we have the fastest connection with our controller and our device.
That's a fact.
See, the fastest controller, the fastest device. Buy it here. Yeah.
Here's the other thing, though.
I'm
all
telling
your older controllers will get those updates too.
No, they did that already. Your old controllers got them.
Yeah,
they got that firmware update.
I got a couple firmware updates, not all of them.
My Elite controller.
Yes, your older Elite got the update. The older controllers, when you updated the controllers, all they did was change the frequency that goes between the system and the controller. They've been updated.
My Scorpio,
you can tell when you cut it on, it blinks twice, and then it links.
My daughter's magenta purple, whatever that is, that I bought her, it got the update, but my Scorpio edition did not.
No.
Yeah, I have a few controllers too.
When I got it, I checked them all.
Edition.
So all the OG ones obviously didn't get it. But like I said, the purple
I think it's all the Series S controllers and above got the update.
Well, no,
it could have been something like that.
Or not the Series S,
talking about
the
magenta
one. The S came out.
One X.
It's a one controller.
Xbox S controller, when they changed that controller over, from the design. Instead of the top part coming off, it's all one piece now. I can't think of what it's called.
I know my first Elite got it,
They changed that
I know what
format.
you're
and my
talking
Sea of
about.
Thieves.
Yeah,
They changed
but
that. They changed the control. I
that's-
think anything after those ones, they changed
right.
that first time around.
What you're
change.
talking about is the Bluetooth. When they change that, that's when they have Bluetooth in it, and that's what I have. I've got 2 of them that have Bluetooth in it, but one got it, which was the newer one. But the
Right.
original Scorpio edition one that has the Bluetooth didn't get it. So it's
Yeah, because that would still be newer than the other S one because it's the X,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
no, but they're both 1X.
Oh, okay.
No, he's
One
saying the
came-
original controller from the Scorpio Edition console.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, he's saying that
So
one didn't get it, but
that's
that
a
is the
1X.
first controller.
Right. That is the first controller. They came out with the 1X. And then I
Right.
just got another one. What was it? A year ago? A year and a half ago, I got it for my daughter. So she got that. That one there got the update.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're identical. They got, you know what I mean? So it just depends. I don't know what happened, but the one got it and the other one didn't get it. And obviously the OGs didn't get them either.
Must be a production date.
That's just
Yeah.
the narrative I think they got to push, man. They have
There'll
to
be
push it.
there'll be some parts on there from production date
But-
that weren't up to scratch and probably couldn't get it. It happens.
Don't forget though,
unfortunately.
I'm still in the alpha skip ahead program. So I'm getting, I've been getting updates left and right. And in the past week, my, and Clowns knows it, my Xbox party chat, my microphone doesn't work. I'm grayed out, but the microphone works for messaging. So if I leave a voice message to somebody on Xbox or PC, and I have 2 different ones. Yeah, I've got 2 different ones.
I opted out of it, man. I was tired of that. I did
I
my bid.
usually don't get too many problems. This is the first time that I've had this type of problem.
I did it all the way up
I
until my
usually
X, my 1X. I haven't done it with my Series X yet. I didn't do Office.
Yeah, I usually get party
I'm
chat
scared.
issues, so I stopped because I'm always in parties. I'm tired of that, but everything else I never had a problem.
I
the
just
party
shifted
chat.
over to my PC, logged in that way. So hey,
Yeah, but the PC app is not as good for parties as the Xbox itself.
Yes, it is.
yes, it is.
I think it's
use-
backwards. I think the Xbox party on PC is better quality than the one that's on.
It is.
Yeah.
And easier to
Voice-wise.
use.
It is. It is if you know what you're doing, but when you open your Windows G button, there's shit going on everywhere. It's difficult if you're used to the UI of the Xbox.
Well,
Oh
you
yeah,
can-
UI
you can
wise,
just use the X-
voice chat quality wise, I think is better over PC.
Yeah,
you can
the
just
quality-
use the
absolutely.
X-
I was actually not talking about the quality. It's about the
okay, I'm
UI
sorry.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, the UI.
You
is
can
good.
just
Uh,
use the Xbox
horrible.
app. It's fine.
Yeah,
Just
when
go to
I- when I-
Xbox app, it's social.
Instead of using Game
just-
Bar.
Yes.
When I use Windows
Keep that in
G,
mind.
I shut everything else down and just leave the one open, whatever I need. I don't leave them all open. There's no need for all of them to be open like that.
Okay, that's a good tip I'll use next time.
Yeah, close all that crap.
I've only just started using it and it's like, oh my god, what's all this?
Yeah, and
But
shout
just-
out to the chat too. I see y'all out there lit. Yobi, Pong. I see y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I wasn't
Zach,
looking at it. I was looking at
Yeah.
the meetings.
Thank you for thank you for hanging out with us and listening to some shenanigans on this. You know,
I got my eyes on Pong because later on we're going to be having a nice discussion.
oh,
We're both going to be on Next Level Gaming.
nice,
Nice.
Nice,
Which-
fair enough.
Which, by the way, is after this podcast, and it's at 9 p.m. Eastern over there on the original Next Level Gaming YouTube channel. If you look them up, it's easy to find. But the link is below the video as well. It should be, because all the links should be updated. The next thing I want to talk about, I don't know how many people on the panel got to see some of the Summer Game Fest.
Me,
I watched it.
all of it.
You watched all of it, Flamish?
Yeah, just before the show actually,
Did you-
because I went to my father first. So
Did you watch the after? Did you watch the after show as well? Because that's like 4.5 hours, dude.
no, the after show I didn't watch, but I did watch all the announcements and all the small stuff. Yeah.
Lemon, did you watch it?
Of course. I was live.
That's right, and I missed it because I was sleeping. So I only got to see bits and pieces of it as I woke up from my nightmarish snaps of Jeff Keighley taking over the world and Death Stranding running everything. But what I did see is Death Stranding is getting some DLC, which I was surprised to hear about because I was like,
It's
only 10 people. Only 10 people cared.
It's the director's cut.
Yeah, it's director's cut.
It's not DLC. It's a new version.
Jeff Keighley is one of them.
Yeah, I don't.
So I don't think it's DLC, clowns. It's called the director's cut.
Yeah,
So it's basically the same game with some extra bits in.
Either way,
He tried to
who
throw
wants
a
that?
Metal Gear shot by getting in the box. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was so funny.
I don't know what I don't know what he was teasing, but I know you don't got the rights to Metal Gear, so stop.
so first thing I want to say is our friend who's on 4GQ TV and on Fun Speculation YouTube channel, Mav, he co-streamed the Summer Game Fest, and he got several copyright strikes from them, even though allegedly it was okay to stream, and even got permission to stream it. He still got copyright strikes.
That's just a computer generated thing that you have to go over.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
got
has to
permission
appeal
too. They
for-
made me an official streaming partner and gave me some artwork to put on the podcast while I was live, but I didn't get no strikes.
Okay, so if he just disputes them, then maybe they'll just drop him.
He
Probably
sh-
he should.
He should
I
be
don't
fine,
see-
especially if you present the facts that he's got permission.
He got
to
permission.
do
Yeah,
that.
they sent you a letter saying we give you permission for this, that, and the third to be a streaming partner with us, and then they give you a link to go to a special envelope to give you templates. They gave you PNG images, which I did my own. I added them to it, and then I did it, and I had it pop up through the whole show. Did he use any of their stuff? If they gave him permission, he had the same access to the envelope. Maybe he didn't use none of their stuff.
Well,
I don't know.
So
be.
fun speculation. We're speculating what you did.
I see what you did there.
Indie
Good
Gamer says that he was an official co-streamer, and he also got copyright claim too, just like Mav did.
Wow. So Indie Gamer's in the chat, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's in the chat right now.
Was it
Indie
with
Gamer,
PNG?
this is Lemon, man. Tell me, did you if you used any of the things that they gave you in that envelope on your stream? Any of the artwork? Because I didn't get no strikes.
I want to know what the copyright strikes was about, because I know there was music like from different, like Weezer was there.
Nope,
With the song?
all of that, he said it live. All of that was YouTube approved.
Wow.
He said it before it happened. Jeff Keighley said it before it happened.
Yeah, he actually said that. That's true.
So Lemon, you may want to double check later and see if.
I just checked.
Okay.
I'm looking at my emails now. I didn't get no strikes.
yeah.
Yeah, he would have gotten it by now.
Yeah.
We should
So
take it
Interesting.
offline, guys.
This
Well-
show is open and available for co-streaming. You can share it with your audience as an official co-streamer. Yep.
Mm,
I'm
It was
looking
a
at it
video
now.
strike on a trailer. That's what
Yeah,
Indie got it
cool.
for.
YouTube messed up.
They'll fix it. It ain't no big deal.
It
They'll
sounds
take
like
it
it's
away.
a bot. It's a bot thing.
Yeah, it's probably a bot.
Present the facts. Here's my letter. Here's the information, and go from there. They should reverse it.
They will.
Yeah,
It's not.
They will.
Nobody didn't do nothing wrong, especially if you did the partnering program like I did. And if he did it, he'll be fine.
I
Exactly.
think there's gonna be a lot of people having the same issue, and if they
Probably.
all,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
will be. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, there's just
just so
Yes.
everybody knows ahead of time with the Xbox Bethesda showcase, if you didn't see the tweet, I talked to Jeff Rubenstein publicly, and he said the short answer is you can co-stream the Xbox Bethesda showcase, but there is a long answer, and that will be explained on the Xbox Wire that's going up tonight. So there
Yeah.
may
Mhm.
you may have to get
Yes.
permission or something. So anybody who wants to co-stream that showcase, make sure you read the Xbox wire that goes up.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to
Yeah, hit me with that when
anything.
if I don't get it, drop it to me because I'm
Yeah.
co-streaming that Sunday.
There's going to be some provisos in there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some surprises. If they, I'm just going to tell you now, okay? If they do show Fable, you're going to hear me scream up and down the street. I'll be like, Fable! Yes! Fable!
It's not going to be there. You know, it's not going to be there.
It's not.
They
Come on,
said it's not
not.
going to be there. Perfect Dark.
make me
Dude,
cry.
trust me, those are the ones
Reverse
I want to
psychology.
see. I want to see those, but I got to be realistic, man.
Yeah.
As much as I want to be optimistic and you know, fanboy, fangirl over these, it's just, you know, we got to be realistic about it. It's not going to be there. It's too soon. And if they do, I'm going to fangirl out. No problem.
Dread's ruining our dream. He is trying our dreams by the second.
Breaking dreams.
Breaking dreams.
Breaking, yeah. That'll be the next segment. I'll tell you how it is. Breaking hearts with Dread. Breaking dreams with Dread.
Breaking dreams with Dread.
There you go. That's a good one. Where Dread just tells you the facts. You know, you sit down with him and you're like, "Hey, Dread, is this a good idea?" Absolutely not. Don't do it.
No. I think it'd be more stoic than that. It'd just go, no.
No.
Is this a good
No
idea?
explanation.
No.
You're just sitting there for why? What? Whoa.
Is this a good idea? No.
No. There you go. Much more stoic, just like
Hold
that.
on, I'll be right back.
No.
What was that idea he said? Let's get that thing locked in stone. Where was that knife? Right in your back.
Yeah.
So
anybody saw anything interesting for Summer Games Fest that they liked? You know, besides this Death Stranding that Lemon says only 10 people cares about right now.
I think the big one's Elden Ring, right? That's my favorite. Something I've been following, and I'm sure other stuff as well.
So talk about a little bit that Infinite. I was asleep during, unfortunately, Jeff Keighley's voice calmly puts me into a soothed sleep. So
Well, I didn't
Like a
watch the
coma.
show, and I didn't get to watch what they presented yet. But we all know Elden Ring was a thing. I don't know why everybody thinks it wasn't. But we got obviously an official confirmation that it's coming. I believe
And they
I
got
saw
a
Big
date.
Sound guys. It got a date as well. What date was that, by the way?
Wait, hold on. Did that get a date or something else got a date?
January 2021.
January
2021.
2021,
Well, I do
2022.
remember
2022, sorry.
Yeah.
some months back about an article with Games Radar with Phil Spencer saying that he had played quite a bit of Elden Ring already, and I don't know why that wasn't an official confirmation for anybody, and enjoyed it and loved what he was playing, and had at that time put a lot of time, more time into that build that he had put into anything else at that current time. So obviously he really enjoys that game. That partnership must be with Bandai Namco, right? That's doing it.
Yep.
Yeah. So what kind of relationship is that? That they just give him a early build to play their game? It's not even an Xbox Studio. What's up with that?
But Elden Ring launched. The first showing, the teaser trailer was at the Game Awards, wasn't it?
Last year?
Yeah.
I think that was Xbox.
Nope. Game Awards.
Can you watch? Okay.
That's why I guessed this morning that it'll be on tonight. I was right.
Yes, you did. You were right. And I said it was going to be. It was going to show on Xbox platform on Sunday. We would definitely get it, but
and I said I would
because they have their own. They have their own spot late in the evening. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to show it.
It was
Well,
it was a complete lucky guess. That's all it was.
Nice guess.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. It makes perfect sense. Pop in before your own show with some fire. You have your own show and you hold stuff back. So then because you look at the list for the next couple days, you know what I mean? So you're going to want to come back and fire back because someone's going to have, like Sony, you know, they're going to have some game that they're going to push out there that's fire. And you're going to have to come back and combat that with another fire announcement, right?
And they got Bandai has their own.
You got to keep that
Sunday.
Yeah, you got to keep that momentum. You know what I mean? So
Isn't
I'm
Ubisoft
playing a
first?
card, you're playing a card. I'm playing a card, you're playing a card, right? You kind of want to go back and forth like that. You want to be in the spotlight as much as possible. Yeah, they got this, but guess what? Bam, here you go. I didn't mean to. What's his face? It.
Yeah. So if Elden Ring is like a small announcement, ooh,
Elden Ring's a major announcement.
No,
yeah,
that
it's a
was
major announcement. I mean, but
that was that show's pièce de résistance. That was their
Yeah,
that was their
major.
that was their finale. Actually seeing something, and it gave me Witcher vibes. It really did.
Absolutely.
It made me want to play that because I'm a massive fan of Witcher 3. I'm like 400 and whatever hours into that.
wait, Witcher?
I got
Witcher-
good Skyrim,
Witcher 3,
Witcher
yeah.
vibes out of
Why
all
why
of
would
that.
you call the Witcher vibe? It's from software, it's gonna be like Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just the
Is it
visuals
though?
and the combat.
Why would it be exactly like? Why would it be like Dark Souls though? Why would they do that?
Because from software knows a lot of
They already
those
have it.
games, and you just see. Okay, but
Yeah. It was
What-
what impressed me, Flamish, was the combat and the visuals that made me feel exactly like it did in Witcher when you're in them big beastie kind of moments. It just gave me those vibes, thinking I want to because I'm a fan of The Witcher and I saw those visuals and how it played. I thought to myself, do you know what? I want to play that. That's it. Might not play like The Witcher. I don't care if it plays like The Witcher. It got me interested because it gave me those vibes.
yeah, I got totally different vibe from it, but
Of course,
I got Witcher vibes as
I'm
well.
different. I'm
Even from the
different.
original trailer.
Even most people didn't see like what was going on. But did you saw the game Lost Ark in the one of the trails as well? No.
Was
Okay,
that-
so no one. So
yeah, I did
Lost
a little
Ark
bit. Yes,
is
I know which one,
basically
yeah.
a game that's already in the Western audience have been waiting for several years, and it's basically a Japanese Diablo game, but over the top graphics, like cinematic.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my most anticipated. Like that was the icing on the cake that's coming out this year. I'm so happy for that. That's I was waiting for that for such a long time. Never spoke to anyone about it, so
I know Indie Gamer in the chat keeps shouting Planet of Lana, and I have to agree that looked really, really nice. That
Yeah.
did look. That was so bright and colourful and different to what I've seen before. That did look nice, Indie. So he shouted it 3 or 4 times in the chat. I thought I better let everyone know. Shout out to Indie.
Also, Tunic had a second. Like they're gonna make a second demo. I'm like, wow! I didn't expect the second demo. I did have the chance to get the first one, to play the first one. So, yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
Thought
That's,
Evil Dead looked amazing.
Yes, it
I'm
did.
all for the free smoke. Ash is my guy.
Now, the Evil Dead, right? Did they show that during Summerfest?
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I found out from a
Looks
press
like
release.
4 players. Look like 4 players, and they brought the iconic characters back. Even the villain side. I was going crazy for that. I had to mute my mic. That was crazy for me.
It looks like another 1 versus 4 type scenario. Could be wrong, but looks like you could be the evil guy
It
as
looks
well.
like a combo 1 versus 4.
Yeah.
Because some of them just look like regular zombies or deadites.
Right.
And then you had one guy, so maybe it's a mode depending on how they set it up. But
And
yeah,
you could do finishers. That was crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was
cool.
I was hyped. I got some more, but I can't think of their names.
You know, it does look exciting to me, by the way. The Evil Dead game. I was watching the trailer, and the graphics look really good. It looks like it's going to be fun with friends. I mean, that's sometimes, you need to relax. You need to chill out with your friends, play some games, have some fun. And that's what this is all about. And it seems like it's got neat mechanics. And I know we're going to learn a lot more about it later on. We just seen a trailer of some things. But I'm hoping that I'm just hoping for the excitement of being the bad guy. first, my friends. You know, I want to be that guy that chases Flamish down and then steals his candy bowl and
No.
then swings an axe.
That would be
That's
kind of
a fact.
funny. But you notice that, before they were showing King Lord Arthur, right? And on this one they showed Duke Henry the Red. So yet again, it's cool that they're incorporating more characters from each of the series, and they even brought in what the heck's his name, the Evil Ash.
Yeah,
They've even brought that in
from the medieval times.
Yeah, Army of Darkness crew.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So yeah, I was like, man, this is awesome, because now it's not just pick one character, and if you don't get your character, you gotta stick with the one that you don't like, that you can't play. Like the old Evil Dead, Left 4 Dead. You only have 4 characters, and you go from there. But Back for Blood has more characters that, now Army of Darkness, Ash, Evil Dead is now going to have more characters than they showed, so that was really cool, because they showed, you saw Ash, you saw Scotty, you saw Lord Arthur, and who was
They
the
even
other
had the
one?
classic car
Yeah,
from the first movie when he tried to leave and cross the bridge.
so but it was cool to see all that, and you're like, okay,
Yep.
they at least got the main 4 characters from each of the movies and the show, and it was like, all right, cool. But now you're like, wait a second, they showed a couple more ladies. They showed, I didn't go into it to see who they really were, but I saw a couple more ladies, I saw a couple more people in there, and I was like, okay, that's cool. They brought Duke Henry the Red. Gotta remember these names right. It's amazing, I still remember this stuff. But when you're doing, when you see all this, and it's cool to like I said, you're not just limited to those 4. So if you wanted Army of Darkness, you don't have to go to Lord Arthur, you can go to Duke Henry the Red, you can go, you know what I mean, you can, all right, well, I'm gonna go this way instead, because I can't get what I was looking for, the backup. There's a backup character I can go with and still be a badass.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man. Like I'm a big movie guy, so can't get no
Lemon,
better than that for me.
You know what? If you do play that game, play it with friends. Don't go to public lobbies. We don't want to lose you for a day. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, Back for Blood, that Aliens co-op, and now Evil Dead, those are gonna consume my soul this year.
It's Endless Dungeons, I think, that you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
No, that's a different one.
Huh.
You're talking about the space one, right?
Yeah, with the aliens.
With the aliens, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's Endless Dungeons.
That's not Endless Dungeon. It's called something Aliens.
Yeah, the Endless Dungeon is the one where you go through and you try to beat a dungeon.
Oh yeah.
They got an aliens
Different
game
game.
coming out with the reference to the movies and all that.
Man,
It
there's
was
been
like-
so many things shown in the last 3 hours that I've seen that I'm
It was
stuck.
like Left 4 Dead with a little bit of Dead Space in there,
Right.
and then something else, Goat Simulator in space. I don't know, but I mean, it was cartoony with how the backgrounds are, the whole game, but the aliens weren't cartoony. The characters were a little bit on that cartoony 70s side, I guess. But that's the art style that they're doing. But it looks.
Oh, you
it
mean
looks
in that
interesting.
other co-op game?
Yeah,
The dude with the afro and a
Yeah.
young girl, and yeah, that looked crazy too. But I don't think I'm gonna get that one because I'm gonna have 3 games that's doing the same thing in different skins. But Back for Blood, I'm in the building.
Yeah, Back for Blood definitely, and Evil Dead definitely. You can't go wrong with those 2.
Oh yeah.
And if you had to pick one or the other,
I'm leaving the store with both.
yeah,
No, sir.
I couldn't recommend which one to go with.
Right.
It's a hard one to choose. I mean, if you're not a movie buff, then you'll probably go with Back for Blood. But if you
Facts.
are, you might have to lead you over to Evil Dead.
That's right.
But other than that, I'd say do the same thing Lemon and I are doing. Buy them both.
I saw Evil Dead originally on a beta tape.
Oh, you did?
That's facts. A beta tape.
Okay. For those who don't know what a beta tape is, okay, it is a VCR tape, but it's at actually instead of a what is it, an 8-degree angle, it's a 7. No, it was a 6-degree angle, which actually was the better format.
Yes, it was.
And
Yeah,
unfortunately,
the porn industry ruined it.
They made the VCR tape so much cheaper, yada yada yada, and it's just like HD TV or HD Blu-ray versus or not Blu-ray HD DVD versus Blu-ray.
Yep.
HD DVD was a better version, but more people adopted the other one.
It wasn't that. It wasn't
Warner
that.
Brothers made the decision, and everybody followed. That's what happened.
Do you know what the issue? Do you know what the issue was? HD DVD was region free.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's 4K Blu-ray now.
Yeah. That was the problem with HD DVD and Blu-ray back in the day.
No.
They all went against it.
Blu-ray promised double encryption, so you couldn't steal it, right? The Cineva
and double in size of disc also.
Well, that's because they were able to keep going with it. They could have fine-tuned that red laser, no problem. However, because they said they had double encryption, it also affected other things. The movies were slower to load,
But that's not why HD DVD lost.
HD DVD
Warner
lost
Brothers,
because
Warner Brothers made that decision. Same thing with Beta. Porn industry at that time went with VHS. That's it.
Yeah.
Game over. That was the market leader of movies.
Yep.
That was it.
No, we don't like it.
One.
Move on.
Yep.
It was cheaper, not only in price but in quality.
In quality, they still use betas now in these radio stations. Yeah, beta could do 5.1 today.
Yep.
That's a fact.
I'm learning something new on this podcast right now. I never knew this whole VHS beta debate. I knew VHS 1, and I knew that beta was more famous on the West Coast, but I didn't know anything other than that of like the real reasons behind it.
Yeah.
But now I know, and Dreadpool and Lemon know their facts.
That's why I wanted to stop this, because I knew there was going to be people like, beta, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Not the sideline gaming.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I didn't even want to get involved. So I just.
How many people adopted Laserdisc before DVD?
So
keep
the same amount of people adopted plasma
let
TVs.
me bring it to a different topic. I have a small topic here.
I had both.
What Flemish?
What did you guys think about the marketing that they actually put like this movie Free Guy from Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, yes.
Inside the game Summerfest, which was amazing, by the way.
Hey man, Ryan's my boy. Don't talk bad about him.
Yeah, I'm not talking bad. I think the movie's gonna be great. I'm gonna watch it day one.
Oh, I've been looking for that movie, and it's like, it's not getting released soon. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! It looked like it was done when they first announced it, and this was months ago.
Last year.
Yeah, they held back.
It's gonna be in August, apparently.
I know, but I thought it was gonna be at the beginning of this year.
Movie theaters to be opened.
Yeah, the theaters opened here like 2 weeks ago. So a week ago.
I went and saw a Quiet Place too.
Oh, how was that?
Great.
Awesome. I still want to see the body. What is it? The Bodyguard? No. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that one.
It's with Samuel Jackson and Ryan Reynolds and that Mexican young lady. Can't think of her name right now.
Oh man, you just made me draw a blank on her too. Selma Hayek.
Wait, did we lose PK?
No, PK had to leave. He sent us a message saying he had to leave. I don't think he wanted to interrupt the conversation, but yeah, he had to drop out for
one
Yeah.
reason or another.
Yeah.
No
One
reason.
reason or another, yeah.
He said they're talking about beta. I'm out of here. I don't know what they're.
Most people don't know what that is today. That shows our age, Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
I had them both in the house growing up.
You know, I kind of want to go to another topic real quick.
Let's do it.
I don't know how many people seen this, right? I know Lemon did. The new Battlefield game, Battlefield 6.
Oh my god.
How does everyone feel about this game? What are your opinions? Do you think it's going to be better than Call of Duty? Is it going to present a challenge to Call of Duty? Go ahead and let me know your thoughts.
Battlefield is always better than Call of Duty. It's a simulator. Driving vehicles, jumping out of planes, blowing people up, getting back in your plane. Destructible environments. Way more game modes. Listen, I am stoked. I'm also very excited to know that it's not nothing World War II. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with that genre.
I'm over that as well.
I'm over that. Like, come on. But I am super pumped, super hyped. Can't wait to the Microsoft press conference. I know I want to see my favorite game in the world, Halo. But come on, man. Like, I love Call of Duty. Y'all know I play this all the time. But Battlefield 4 is my favorite Battlefield. People say 2, Bad Company. No, they didn't have the massive battles like a Battlefield does. Didn't have that feel. Battlefield 4 is amazing. The way you unlock weapons and gear and parts was amazing. You had to play the game to get the better parts. Those who didn't play, you had a pistol that looked like a starter kit, or a machine gun, or a rifle. You had to play the game to be getting those great parts. The levels, the destruction. Like I told my man, Yobi last night, I said, listen, you got a sniper tearing your behind up from a window. All you see is a flashlight. I'm pulling out that rocket and I'm blowing a hole in that building. Now, if you survive it, I can shoot you. No game does that. No game. Call of Duty arcade corridor shooter, I love it. Battlefield, there's nothing like Battlefield. Absolutely nothing. And from what they showed, man, I don't know. I don't know about the rest of y'all, man. But Call of Duty don't do that.
I'm just gonna. I'm as hyped as I am hyped for it. I'm going to buy it because Battlefield for me is just pissing about with friends, shooting at people. Yeah, I prefer it over the Call of Duty. However, there's a few. I had a chat with somebody yesterday, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm real looking forward to it. It's real good. And I'm not going to name the person, but he knows who he is. I don't know. I'm approaching this with a bit of trepidation because if there's certain heroes and stuff, if you pick a certain class who can survive a storm by putting his wingsuit out, or like that's not Battlefield. It looks like they've put it a little bit more out there like Call of Duty to try and compete. It doesn't look like it's the realistic shooter anymore. If that makes sense. In the future,
but
I think that the specializations are going to make it exceptionally well when there's 128 people on the map.
Yeah,
to have those specializations and to have those one-offs that not everybody's just running with the MP40 like they do now. You know, just run with the same old sniper.
Yeah,
it's them specializations come into play when there's 64 v 64. You know, that's what makes those things nice. Not everybody's going to have that. Not everybody's going to pick it. Not everybody have the ability to do it.
The rumors are that you can spawn a vehicle next to you. I mean, can you spawn vehicles?
Have that specialization.
But that's if I'm chasing somebody down a corridor, knowing I've got this motherfucker. Excuse me for swearing, right?
It might only be only at locations.
I don't.
Swearing when you say it animated.
Yeah, I apologize.
I don't learn how to say it like that.
I do not want to run around a corner and all of a sudden this guy's in the tank and blows my shit up. I don't want that. But if he runs around the corner and spawns a vehicle, to me, Battlefield is about waiting for that vehicle and trying to bloody drive it across that map, trying to get it there. That's what Battlefield's all about. It's realistic.
That's right. It's a simulator.
Exactly. If I'm running, do you know what I mean? If I'm running after somebody, turn a corner, and all of a sudden, shit, he's got a nuclear warhead in front of him. What can I do? That's just
but it might
bullshit.
not be like it might not be a situation where you could spawn in those locations. That might be you only spawn that vehicle at home base or at we're playing Conquest only on one of the flags you own, not somewhere out towards that area. Who knows? We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it is.
I know one thing: a lot of people's gonna die when that game come out.
Another thing.
Yes,
by Lemon, yeah.
Animated play with me in Battlefield 4. I had a DMR. Everybody else had automatic weapons.
Dude, I was on your team. I was happy.
I don't play no games.
I was on your team.
Right. I don't play no games. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies.
But as well, when you're playing Battlefield, you pick a weapon loadout and you've made a mistake, you get absolutely wiped. It's your fault. Now you can change weapons on the fly.
On the fly, they said, change I wasn't sure about that either. I'll second that one as well.
That's not realistic.
I'm not sure it's going to
soldiers in the field can't do that.
Yeah, it might be at certain, like maybe they'll have to go ammo crates. It might be you can only do it there, like switch your weapon out at an ammo crate or switch it out at a certain location.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to do it during a battle because I mean. You unload a whole clip and then you're going to switch on the fly
to an RPG when it takes next to you. It has to be at a certain location.
Or you have to die first before change.
They say you don't have to die this time to change that.
So until I see gameplay of it played, I was hyped until I saw these little things, and I am a Battlefield fan. Playing with friends, whether I win, lose, draw, get my ass kicked, whatever, is absolutely hilarious.
Renting a server,
especially if you're renting a server, exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, but if those things do change the game dramatically from that beautiful simulator we love, then it's lost me. It really has.
No, go in there with faith.
Until I see gameplay.
This Sunday,
I'm on the fence.
So I got a question.
I already pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Does anybody know if Wake Island's going to return?
They showed the maps. They had them listed, but I didn't see Wake Island. But Wake Island would be awesome.
I don't think they'll show it, but it would be.
I don't think they did anything.
I don't think it's going to be on there. It may be an.
They did say they was going to bring back some older maps, but they didn't say which ones. They did mention that.
But I think Wake Island would be later on in a future download. I don't think it's going to be on this one. That's why I was.
I don't think there'd be any Navy map.
It could come with 2 maps. I wouldn't even care. I'm shooting with modern weapons.
It's only. I don't want to hate on it. I really don't. But I'm going to throw some more out there. I apologize. I am on a roll. No, and believe me, I am looking forward to the game. But these things were brought to my attention yesterday by an unnamed person. Bless you, sir. It's only launching with 7 maps. Okay, you get the gold edition, you get a battle pass, a season pass, whatever it is. If it's only launching with 7 maps, are the new maps that come out going to be locked behind those?
No, they're not.
No,
they always are.
That's the only thing.
They've always been.
Nope, it's not. Everybody get to play on the maps together, no matter what version you purchase.
Back in the day, Battlefield 4 China Rising was a paid map.
You separate the community when you do that.
They said they're not doing that.
I know.
They said they're not doing that.
They did it on 1. They did it on 5.
They basically changed it up by using a battle pass at this point for the cosmetics.
Absolutely.
I'm giving them $120.
And I want
I'm giving them.
Do you know what?
For the deluxe.
I intend to as well, but I want to play devil's advocate and ask these questions right now that everyone else is going to be asking.
Yeah, I mean, already asked that.
All right.
Yeah,
here you go.
You know what I mean?
Here's one for you.
Go.
I'm a proponent of if a game was originally released with campaign, it needs to have campaign all the way through. Now, that being said, this does not have campaign.
But I got something to tell you, Dreadpool. The original Battlefields didn't have campaigns.
Exactly.
They did that later.
1947. They didn't do it till
Exactly,
Battle.
that's-
They didn't do it to what Bad Company. They started coming out campaigns.
Yes.
Right.
That was not even. That's not even really Battlefield.
When,
Correct.
when Battlefield was never
But
on
that's
console, it was
spin-off, yeah.
multiplayer. So was
Yeah.
Rainbow Six, and so was Ghost
1942,
Recon.
Vietnam.
That's
they
right.
All were PC
Right.
based. They
It
were
was
all
multiplayer games
no
only.
single. You didn't
Right.
even have a tutorial in them.
Also,
You got thrown into a
the-
map with a bunch of people.
The
That's a fact.
Battlefield.
That's the one thing I didn't
But
mention
that's-
because that's true.
That's the
Yeah.
thing that people
That's
forget.
true.
You know what I mean?
Toss you right
And,
in.
and that's why I threw it.
I
up there
didn't
like
mention
that.
that. I didn't mention it.
Some of
because-
these younger journalists on these bigger internet
young to remember.
channels, they
You know
don't
what?
know that. Remember, they don't know. They didn't
They don't
play
know.
those
They
games.
they weren't around to play those games.
Right. So they,
Guys,
oh my God, it's $70. It's $70 and no single player. Never had single player. That was the bonus part of.
I paid $60 for 1942 when it came out.
Mhm,
I paid
Mhm.
$70 for Vietnam when it came out.
mhm.
Back in the early, that was late 90s. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
No issues, no
And
problems.
I still
And I
have
sure
the
hell didn't bitch
digital.
about it. I went up to GameStop, or at that time it was EB Games. I said, "Here's my
EB
money.
Games.
Give me my box. Have a nice day. I'm out."
I'm out.
Y-
That's
you know,
right.
and it's funny how they look at it now when people bring out the big box games and are like, check this out from such and such company. And like, what is that? It's like, what was that, like a bonus edition, collector's edition or something? No, it's like, no, that's how the game came. It
That's
came in a
right.
big old box.
Big old box.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
It ate up
Toss
store
them out
shelves.
because you couldn't even put them on the shelf anymore. You only kept,
Yeah.
you only kept the ones that you thought were collectors. Everything else got
Yeah.
tossed
kept the
outside,
cool
flattened
ones.
That's a
down,
fact.
stuffed in the trash. I'm out. Got my case. You only had the CD cases laying across.
And the only
cases
reason-
and the books. and the-
I'm quite happy the fact that I never mentioned the price. I never mentioned single player, and that's what you're focusing on. That's all up to you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. I feel I have no remorse for people that's crying.
God of
either.
War didn't
See-
have multiplayer in it. Should I pay $30 for that single player game?
Yo,
No.
does Overwatch have a single player?
The
Like
second
rainy
one,
mode.
Listen,
Close
second
enough,
one,
right?
guys,
Still gotta be connected to
guys,
the internet though.
I gotta say something, man. I gotta say this. I gotta say that I think in this day and age, I know that, you know, Lemon, you're old school, you know, Dreadpool, Lemon, Infinite, you guys all remember the old days, like the OG Xbox or Rainbow Six Black Arrow didn't have a campaign, and
Right.
Rainbow Six, the first one, the OG, that was PC and OG Xbox, didn't have a campaign really. It was all multiplayer. But I just think that since they started adding campaigns, I think that became the expectation, and I think
Right.
people kind of want those achievements or those trophies or that kind of offline experience just to play the game. But I think that the flip side of this is that Battlefield wants to focus on the multiplayer this time around, try and compete with Call of Duty, because to be honest with you, when you look at the percentages of the people that complete the campaigns in Call of Duty, it's very few.
Yeah.
It's like 10% or less
It was
most of the time.
last time I checked, it was like 1 or 2% that had that achievement.
Yeah. So
But and then we got to look at where the money's at, clowns.
I'm one.
And well, let's
After,
be honest, too.
even
Battlefield
after you
1,
beat
Battlefield
Call of
5,
Duty, let's say you beat it, where's the legs at? Multiplayer.
Exactly. Well,
That's
that's
what
1 and
it like-
5 were just tutorials.
Halo,
on
you
learn
beat
how to play
Halo.
everything, how to drive a
Others-
ship, how to fly a plane. That's all they were on 1 and 5, and they didn't complain about it then. So maybe we should give it a tutorial called a campaign.
All right, so Others Inc. is right here. Rainbow Six on Xbox had a single player campaign, but guess what? Rainbow Six was also on PC before that.
Way before that.
They also had Ghost Recon way before that, and it was all tactical. You actually had to pre-plan when you're going to enter a building, surround it, and you know, send in Alpha, Bravo, and even Charlie teams to go in, and you had to pre-plan their steps, when they would, how long you would wait, how long they would, you know, to coordinate the attack coming in to kill the terrorist. So that was your single player game. But guess what? That single player game was always never really a single player game. It was always
That's a fact.
open up. So you could play it that way if you wanted to by yourself, but it made it even harder because you couldn't coordinate properly. But this is the stuff that we're talking about. There's a lot of people that, you know, it's going to sound bad, but listen to the words I'm actually saying. A lot of people in today's age are ignorant to the fact of where these games came from and how they were back then, because they weren't alive. They didn't play them. They had no interest in that style of game. These games have progressed and actually infiltrated into consoles. Okay. And that's where, well, when you go into console, what are you going to do? Nobody knows Rainbow Six. So you create a campaign, you create something cool about it. You know, when you're looking at, you're like, oh, cool. You know, Tom Clancy, and it's okay, cool. Oh, all right. Now we got Rainbow Six. All right. You know what I mean? And then when they brought Ghost Recon over, that was another thing. It is nothing like the originals when it comes to how they made it, and they put in a campaign in there. They put an actual campaign.
And nobody who's a Ghost Recon OG likes that new one. Nobody. It's horrible. That's why they're trying to revamp it again. You need to go back to fighting in the jungle or fighting somewhere in some fields and bringing back the competitive nature, and stop trying to make it Grand Theft Auto. The last two games is like Grand Theft Auto, the open worlds. You fight, you know, that's not what Ghost Recon is, man. But I'm sorry about that, Dread.
We're on the same page.
All right. So
I want to say one last thing though. Me as a guy, I do play multiplayer from time to time, but I do love my single player games, and especially like Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that stuff. I do love my single player shooter games. And I was actually a little bit disappointed there was no single player. I'm not gonna cry over it, but I was a little bit disappointed. I did expect it a little bit to be there, because
You still bought it though,
this
right?
day and age.
You still bought it though, right? Even without the single player?
It's gonna be in game. It's gonna be in Game Pass. So
I doubt it'll be in Game Pass.
I don't know why y'all keep thinking every game goes to Game Pass.
I know. This ain't going to Game Pass.
No,
it's
stop
more
being
Far
cheap.
Cry
Yeah,
6 will go to Game Pass.
I was
They
being
get it
funny
now,
when I
okay, but
said it.
I mean,
was
every
Yeah,
time
hold on,
somebody
hold on.
mention any game, y'all mention
Hold on.
Game Pass.
Okay, hold
Days
on, hold on,
Gone,
guys.
Game Pass.
It will be at
Death
least
Stranding,
having
Game
a
Pass.
trial. It will be at least having your trial for 10 hours because EA, right?
Yeah,
It's
EA Plus.
Right.
So at least I
and no,
gotta
yeah,
play
let's-
for
let's
10
be honest,
hours.
guys.
We'll see.
If it does drop in Game Pass, it's only going to be in Game Pass because of EA Plus, not anything else. And it will eventually go there. Don't get me wrong.
It's going to
All of
eventually
EA
go
titles
there.
are gonna go there.
Close to a
But
year.
it's going to go in there because of EA Play, not because of Game Pass.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, and
Right.
if it drops in
Everything's
Game
not
Pass,
going to
it's
Game Pass.
dropping
We
in
gotta-
PlayStation as well.
We got to
and
stop
EA
that
and EA
narrative.
Plus
I
for
love
them,
Game
too.
Pass too, but come on, every podcast I hear.
Yeah, when it
I'll
drops in
definitely
Game
do it
Pass,
if it's in Game
dropping
Pass.
to
Whoa,
PlayStation
wait,
too.
whoa, that's not even realistic here. Come
We'll,
on.
we'll see what happens.
Did they
We'll see
announce
what
a
happens.
price for it?
Yeah, they put the
Or-
prices up for it.
Yeah, the
There's
prices
multiple
up
for new
prices for it.
gen,
Yeah, you can-
$59.99 for old.
Yeah.
Deluxe is
See,
80
and-
now, or no, wait, 90. And then what? The 120 for the other one? Is that what it was?
And 109 on PC, 119.
Yeah.
But the
Wow.
only reason I didn't pre-order, first of all, it's way too early to pre-order, but I want to see if they get a collectible to pick up at the store, because that game has my
That's
soul.
something we need to go back to as well. Whatever happened to those days when you pre-ordered a game, you got something with it, whether it be an
You know what
art book,
happened to those days?
keychain,
Digital
a-
stores on
a-
your
a small-
console
a
and
small
game
little
sharing.
figurine, whatever it may be. You go pick it up. You go pick it up at midnight release and get that little trophy with it as
No.
well.
Remember
That's
that?
Phenomenal.
Well,
That's
I-
exactly
I
what
got my
happened was
little-
You did
digital.
nothing.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
you used to
exactly
get
what
digital. You
happened.
used to get digital content as well. And
Digital
additional guns, additional
caused all
skins,
this,
just
right?
something, but
Yeah,
don't do
digital
nothing
did
anymore.
that.
Pre-order.
Here's what happened. Digital caused all this, but it wasn't digital that caused it. It was the people that were speaking up, because there was companies that said, hey, look, we got the digital game. We're going to give you the collector's edition without the game, because we're selling it digitally. So you have a choice. You can buy it on disc or you can buy it digitally. We'll take that price off and we'll sell you the collector's version of it. And people complained about it because there was no game with it. It's like, well, no shit. What are you going to do?
Even
You know
without
what I
buying
mean?
the collector's edition back then, you pre-ordered a game, you got something with it.
I do want to say.
Well, usually when it just depends. I mean, if you're talking about GameStop, that sometimes that's a GameStop narrative.
Yeah,
to
it was
give you
that's
something
probably
with
what it
it.
was. It's
That's
probably EB
different.
Games, GameStop, but you always got something extra for pre-ordering the game, whether it be a figurine, a keychain, or posters, whatever
Yeah,
it may have been.
That
you don't get it. You
stuff,
don't do that
little
anymore.
stuff like that. That was
Gone.
usually the sellers that were doing that. That we get that extra stuff to entice you to go to their
They
store.
go to sort of pick it up.
But now
Yeah,
when it's
but they don't do that
when it's
anymore.
GameStop,
It's
who are you going to go
unfortunate.
to? GameStop or GameStop? they had to shut down all their stores because they were competing with themselves too much. You know,
Well, that one, you got
I
4 in
mean,
one location.
they were like GameStop was the Starbucks of video games.
No doubt it was.
I mean, we had three in my.
We had two in my mall, and my mall
Yeah.
is not that big here. We had two, one in one spot, one in another.
We
Also,
had one
if you
inside the mall, one outside the mall, and one down the street.
I got one question for everybody since we're getting close to the end of the podcast. And just one question, and we'll go through the panel. I guess on my screen from my way.
Don't do that.
And then
You look crazy.
so all right. Xbox Bethesda Showcase is coming up.
Mhm.
Everybody at least has like one wish or one thing they want to see. Everybody knows that mine is Fable. If I get it or not, I mean, it's all different. But that's my wish, okay, Phil? Phil, if you're listening to this podcast right now,
I hope he
wherever
is.
you are, whether you're driving your Tesla or dirt bike or whatever you got, I hope to see something for Fable. And it could just be a new teaser trailer. It doesn't even have to be gameplay. Just something that goes, Fable. And I will be so happy. I may even get a tattoo of it, okay? And show it off to Aaron Greenberg. I may even get a tattoo. If we see something to Fable. That's my wish. So, I'm going to go to Infinite next. And I see him there really thinking hard. With that, and with that shirt that Graphic God said is really sexy on you, by the way.
This one of his designs.
Yes. So, Infinite. One wish on the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. What is yours?
One wish. At least give me a season or some time of a roundabout date for Starfield to come out. I'm definitely interested in that. Since you said Fable already, those are my two top.
Nice. Yeah, that's fair. Some type of window that everybody's been waiting for the longest time because Starfield's been so hyped up, but we have no clue.
Do we even know if it's an RPG? We don't even know if it's an RPG.
We don't know
anything.
anything.
Driving simulator, right?
Well, it was the same
space
with
simulator, spaceship game. Right? We don't know what
Zinc
it is.
in the
But I'd
chat.
like to hear something about it.
Zinc has a great wish. No Kojima business with Xbox. You know, that's right. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, I want that free smoke. I'm with that. No Kojima.
Lemon?
What up?
Your one wish, man. What is your one wish that drops at the Xbox Bethesda Showcase?
Halo multiplayer.
Okay. Now, when you say Halo multiplayer, are you talking like the typical standard Halo multiplayer, or are you talking like a Battle Royale multiplayer?
I don't need Battle Royale in Halo. I want to see the improvements in their multiplayer because that's my favorite game on the Xbox. I want to see something new, refreshing, adding what Halo 5 did and Halo 4. So I'm really looking forward to them hopefully displaying some multiplayer.
Gotcha.
And some kick-ass moments.
Nice. I like it. Dreadpool.
All right. Well, you said Phil hopefully is listening. So if he's hopefully listening, I'm going to tell him this personally, man to man. You should have built that software that you could have dropped on your OG Xboxes, like let's say, I don't know, your One X at least. Put that app on there so that way the people that can't get the series can at least play and experience what the series is like. But at the show, I'm expecting a let's call it, I would say a developer acquisition, but I would say more than that. It would be a WB acquisition.
Oh,
nice.
I know, far-fetched, right? That's a far-fetched wish, but let's
better lose a couple teeth. Pray to the fairy.
You know what? I'm not getting my Fable. I'm not getting my Perfect Dark. I already, Lemon already picked out the multiplayer.
The king.
Yeah, I mean, so let's go far-fetched, right? I want some acquisition of WB. I know it's hey, you know what? You didn't say exactly if it was going to happen or not, but that's what I want to happen.
Nice. You know, and honestly, Deadpool, I could kind of see that happening. And the only reason why I say that is because AT&T is in a lot of trouble. They're in a lot of debt, and they need to sell assets to clear that debt up. And if they could liquidate WB Games or sell the licenses or license the rights out, they'll do whatever they have to for that debt. Because AT&T, if that whole company collapses, there's a lot of people out of luck out there with their phone service and ISPs. So, yes.
I said it the other night, you know, and when they buy WB, it's going to be under contract, just like Minecraft, that those games will not be exclusive to Xbox. It will be multi-plat to everybody, Nintendo, PlayStation, even Stadia or Luna, whatever. But yeah, I don't see it there. But you know, it would be multi-plat. So because of the IPs that they would probably make that happen, and which is also why those games from Marvel, DC, and Harry Potter are like no shows.
Yep.
I don't think that what Microsoft wouldn't buy it.
I don't think they're going to buy WB either.
Nope.
If they cannot get exclusivity for where Game Pass is played, those are Phil's words.
Those games would still be in Game Pass.
No. He said exclusive to where Game Pass is played.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's exactly what he said. So they would not buy them if it's not exclusive.
Hold on, I got to interject on this one. So, not that long ago on Twitter, Sony sent a positive tweet to Xbox. We have no idea what these companies are doing behind the scenes if they're starting to work together and trying to get apps across devices. We know that Nintendo's been in the works. That's like not a secret anymore. But we don't know. I mean, it's possible, Lemon. Not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. It could be like 5 years down the line and the talks just started. But I could see it happening, man.
You know why I won't see
I
it
just
happening?
want Ed
But
Boon.
Sony just going to drop their PlayStation Now and stuff and say, oh, no, we're going to let you take Game Pass. Because let's just say it did happen. And they said, we're going to give you 1 year of Game Pass on PlayStation, right? PlayStation go, okay. And we'll give you a 50-50 split for a year because they need money. So, boom. It happens. It gets to the end of the deal, and then they pull a Sony Spider-Man versus Disney and say, oh, he's no longer in the MCU. So Microsoft goes, okay, no Game Pass. No problem. We'll just put it on our platforms. What do you think those people who've tested Game Pass going to do? They're leaving.
Yeah, but I don't think so, because if they only had the PlayStation console, they would just play the Xbox games through the app and remain on PlayStation.
But listen what I'm saying. If they take it from PlayStation after they got a taste of Game Pass, what you think those people are going to do? I mean, let's be real here.
Let's be honest.
There's already an article.
Game Pass app on PlayStation when you're going to be able to play it through the browser anyways. That's due out in 6 months to a year, isn't it? Out of beta for that. So they're going to be able to play it on their console no matter what.
Well, the PlayStation web browser is blocked.
What do you mean? It's blocked? I thought they use like a Safari base, a Chrome based. How is it going to be blocked?
No, their web browser is very limited and it's blocked. And the reason for that is because they have a lot of problems with WebOS exploits, so they keep it locked down. Because anytime they open their browser up is when people get root access and jailbreak.
On the PlayStation?
Yeah. Yeah, if you
that's how they did the Linux.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Linux on PS3. Booted it. Nice.
So you're saying if I use that app, right, on my PlayStation, somebody can hack into my system? I'm just saying.
No,
I just turned on my PlayStation 5.
You would be hacking into it.
You're right.
Yeah,
you would be hacked.
If you had a web browser, if you had web browser ability on the PlayStation 5, it would already have been.
Okay.
Yeah, it would already been exploited. PlayStation 5 doesn't have a web browser like Zink said, but the PlayStation 4 has a web browser, and the hacked PlayStation 4s, people can access them Okay.
Well, thank
Now-
God, because I just turned on my PS5 and I was about to uninstall it. Thank you.
Yeah, no. You're good. Nintendo
I was like,
Switch
what?
has a web browser. Nintendo Switch has a web browser that is accessible as long as you have exploited the system and you've like jailbroken it with the Tigre exploit. You can actually get to the web browser, but xCloud does not work on it. People have tried. They've tried, and their browser is not supported. So Xbox was already prepared for this.
But I have seen on Reddit those early builds for the Switch using the Xbox app and playing Xbox app games with touchscreen, the ones with the touchscreen functionality.
Now,
are you talking about the Linux ones?
Yeah, there's
that,
Linux.
are the ones that have Android?
The original Switches that came out with the first launch.
Yeah, they have Android on there.
Yeah,
those ones have the Xbox Game Pass and the Xbox app sideloaded on them. Now you can't access the Nintendo Store with them, but you can still get a bunch of content on them. Obviously, I haven't done it. I won't do it, but the trade-off isn't relevant for me.
Yeah,
but I have seen people playing the touchscreen games.
I know clowns are scared the hell out of me.
Playing
I thought somebody's gonna hack my account. Jesus.
No, you're good, Lemon. You don't need to chuck that PlayStation out the window. Don't do that, man. Somebody in New York would be happy that thing falls on them.
Just look down first. Make sure it's not going to hit nobody.
Just send it my way. Send it my way. I'll take care of it for you.
So, Flamish, our
boy.
friend, the Belgium sensation across the nation, our Belgiumese buddy. What is your one wish from Papa Xbox?
Honestly, at this moment, there's a lot of wishes people have, and I'm just happy with what they already have been showing so far, and I will be happy with just more surprises. Maybe something that comes into Game Pass on the day that they have the conference. Like a new game or just a game that's out really soon that's new. I'm not too excited about Starfield per se, because if it's gonna be like the same like Skyrim and Fallout are, I know they're cool and all and open world and a lot to do, but they're always so shallow in mechanics. The gun mechanics are very shallow. The upgrading system is shallow. I think there should be more in that. They have to do more if they want to impress me with the game like Starfield. If it's just gonna be Skyrim in space, basically, then yeah, they lost me. Probably, but probably still try day one. But just want to see more surprise, more things that we haven't seen before from the other studios. Maybe some new studio. But I'm not really thinking of a studio I could add to the portfolio they have at the moment. I don't see realistic choices there. So yeah, that's my take. Just more surprising.
Just want to be surprised, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is, just surprise you.
Yeah,
something cool,
I would.
Right?
As long as it's no turn-based game, then I'm fine.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying is you want Phil to present a bowl of candy.
Dude, he knows I'm the candy man. He knows I'm the candy man.
The only caveat: the candy game is coming. However, it's turn-based. It's turn-based candy taking.
I would play that out of respect. That's what I would do then at that point. But yeah, that would be amazing.
All right. So we're up to Animated Evil. He's had all this time to think. He's heard everybody's answers. And now, the final question, Animated Evil, lies on you.
This is the moment. Yes.
To the music.
The moment is here. So, come on, some nice music and stuff. Now, my big wish is more grounded in what's possible. Because when Microsoft announced that they have taken over From Software and Avalanche. Just after that, yes, that's grounded in something. So they're going to take From Software and Avalanche. People write this down. And they're going to announce that Ubiplay, the Ubi Plus, is coming to Xbox. It's not going to come to Game Pass. I think it's going to be a subscribable application like it is on PC.
And Luna, $15 a month.
Yep, just like that. Yep. Whatever it is on PC or Luna or whatever. I'm waving the pen around. I do apologize. My pie in the sky dream at that point, when Ubisoft say, yeah, we're coming to Xbox, they also announce, please, for God's sake, please announce a new Splinter Cell is in the works.
Okay.
So it's grounded up until the point where I say Splinter Cell might happen.
You've been listening to Boom too much.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's my feelings all the way. That's my feelings all the way.
That was funny when he did that too, because I was like, oh yeah, that would be awesome. But
yeah.
Okay, I won't break your heart. I won't break your heart. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Ubisoft will come to Xbox, but it won't be in Game Pass. I'm sorry, people in the chat and in the panel, it won't. It will be a subscribable application, and that'll be the announcement for Ubiplay.
I think I want to add to that as well. I think having Ubisoft Vault, basically, with all the games that they have, as an extra subscription in a different, but on Xbox, would be amazing. I was really amazing to see that deal on PC. I would really look forward to have that actually on my console.
So that's my prediction, clowns. Just after they've said we've bought From Software and Avalanche, there's reasons behind it, and then the announce Ubiplay and Splinter Cell is going to come
eventually.
First of all, let me just
too much
pie in the sky. Pie in the sky.
Let me say this.
Go.
They've been screaming about this game on Twitter.
Oh yes.
5 years.
Yes.
Now, when it comes out, all the people in between that is gonna be like, "I told you." But everybody's saying the same thing for at least 5 E3s. At least.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell's they definitely, you know how that started?
It's not gonna.
That started from fans going on Twitter and they about to put them in Rainbow Six. You know what game's coming?
No.
And we're still at the same
I know the grounded me knows that it's not coming. But the question,
you animated. But
the question was, what would I wish?
I got you
from E3. You know what I mean, dude? That was I've given you a little bit of grounded things there that they'll come, and then I've gone up in the air and gone. Let me see Ubisoft, please.
I heard somebody say this week that Microsoft bought the IP.
That's stupid. Oh, never.
They just running with this.
Never.
The problem is the fact that it's so overhyped no matter what they do, because you notice the series has gone downhill in a hype level. Okay. And now that it's been dormant for so long, anything that they come out with is not going to meet expectations. The hype is so high that the expectations will never be met. So none of their devs want to touch it.
I'm pretty sure.
Trust me on that one.
And do you know why Splinter Cell fans want it so much? I hate to say it, but Michael Ironside, who is the voice of Sam Fisher, he's, God bless his soul, he's an old man now. You know what I mean? He's not going to be with us forever. We need him doing it right now. We really do.
You're selfish. You want him to hurry and do the game
in the next
before he passes away.
You know
this is what you're saying.
Did you buy the cell phone game? No.
No.
Oh, well, wait a second. I thought we needed him. We needed this. We needed this, right? Well, we didn't support the game.
Shots
Okay,
fired.
so it's.
I don't buy cell phone
I'm,
games, and I won't.
But you see what I'm getting at, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
No,
the cell phone
absolutely.
game was a mistake. However, if you're gonna push it, that you need him to come out and do all this because you're supporting it. You're not supporting it. You're not supporting the game if you're saying that you're supporting the game. Because right, if it's a franchise and you're gonna love it and support it, where's the support?
Yeah, I'm just saying, as a fan, that's who we see as the
I
voice.
know. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, it's well, and you're right, and you are absolutely bloody correct as usual, sir. As always, you are. You're absolutely on point, correct. But that's what pretty much every Splinter Cell fan thinks of. We can't imagine anybody else doing that voice, even though he could be replaced. He could. It's fine. It's not a problem because we've done it in movies. We've done it in other games. It's fine. But we all think, that's what it is. It's just, Michael Ironside is Sam Fisher.
Okay, so here you go. Here's a prime example for me. Fable, right? I talk about how Fable is
Yes!
one of my favorite ones, right?
Yes, Fable.
Yes!
All right. But I also bought the first one. I bought the second one with the Master Chief armor and all that. So I was the stranger. I bought it again when it was the collector's edition that included the lost chapters. So I've got 3. I also bought the Journey. I also bought the ones with the little dolls, the doll figures. Not very many people remember that one or even know about it because it went
Xbox Arcade one, right?
Right. The Xbox Arcade one. It really didn't play anything like Fable, but I bought into it. All right.
Do you own the Fable pub games as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Sounds
them.
like
I still play them too.
Grand Theft Auto
But you see what I'm saying? There's that thing. If you're going to be that dedicated to it, be that dedicated to it. Yeah, that game sucked, but I bought it anyway. Even the Journey one, because it requires the Connect. It was a good game, but it did suck at times because you couldn't get it to work for whatever reason. It just didn't want to see you right, and that was kind of the problem, And then this 1v4, I was gonna buy it regardless. I didn't like it. I didn't like the premise, but guess what? It's Fable. I'm gonna buy it anyway. I'm gonna blindly buy it and try it out at least and see if they made something out of it. And then they nixed it, and here we are with the new Fable that we're waiting on and have no idea that we won't see this year. Sorry.
What
clowns.
Dreadpool is saying is that him and I should go get Fable matching tattoos.
Sure. So when we show Aaron, we show Aaron Greenberg, and we're gonna do the Forrest Gump. I'd like to see that. Okay, sure. And show him the tattoo on the rump.
No, I think back on topic. I think what Dreadpool is saying is that he liked Fable. He loved Fable. He bought everything that was Fable. The people that love Splinter Cell didn't buy everything on that was Splinter Cell, and I agree. We didn't. I certainly didn't, and I agree.
But I mean, the cell phone thing was pushing. But like I said, I was playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as the games progressed, they sold less and less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's complaining about the one that didn't have Michael Ironside. Then he came back, and it's like, and it didn't do as good as the other one. So it's like, well, where are you going to go? Okay, we've taken the story so far. He's old man. I mean, we can't do an old man Logan with him. He's already there. What are we going to do with him?
You could replace him. It's always a Sam Fisher, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But Clowns asked me a question and said, "What would I love?" I said, "Splinter Cell." You ruined it for me, Dreadpool. Stop it.
he broke Mama's heart earlier, and now he's destroying.
Stepping all over your dreams.
Yeah.
How dare you?
There's real tears down
dreams.
There's no Fable. Hey, Infinite, what was your wish?
I take my glasses off and everything. No, I've had enough.
What was your wish, Fable or Infinite?
I don't remember my wish. Seeing a little bit of Fable, seeing a little bit of Starfield, maybe.
Oh, Starfield. Yeah, that ain't happening either. No,
Well,
actually, I think Starfield is happening. They're going to show Starfield.
All I want is to see a roundabout season of 2022 when it's coming out.
They'll
I don't
show
care if I
something
get it
with
on gameplay. I want
But-
an average time when it's coming out.
But
I
I
know
agree
it's
with-
coming soon.
I agree, and I'm going to modify what Lemon said. Multiplayer, but I want to see them with a freaking controller in hand playing multiplayer, or not? Multiplayer. I want to see them actually playing the game. Okay, I don't care if it's multiplayer, single player, whatever. I want to see them actually controlling it like they used to do back in the day. Even if they have to have another guy in the back with a backup controller, making it look like they're actually playing. I don't care. I want to see that. I want to see how it looks in real time, not what gameplay looks like possibly, post-processing. You know what I mean? I want to see it in action with controller in hand. So that being said, I gotta go, guys. I love you guys. Y'all take care. I'm out. Sorry
Have a
for the
great
short
night, Dread.
notice, but you know where I gotta go.
All right, man. Breaking Bread with Dread. Catch it on
All right.
Anchor. Find them there.
Yes, my daughter thanks you, Infinite. We're gonna do a small little one for her.
Sounds great. I'll be looking forward to it.
Big love, Dreadpool.
Take care,
Bye,
guys.
Dread.
Later, man.
All right.
So before we all get out of here, and I fix the way the Zoom looks right now, just give me a second. I do want to let you guys know that we did a new interview last night, which I'm going to be editing and putting up. It is with Carrie Ann Hunt Fisher, Stephen Hancock, and Russell, who are in a upcoming short film called Laura, which is about the story about Tom Dooley, but it's really more focused on Laura, who was the victim before Tom Dooley was hung. So check out that interview. Once I upload that, it's going to have a world premiere trailer. You're going to see it here and probably on Facebook. Also, the interview that we've done before that, I hope everybody checks it out, is with Derek Robertson. He's a very cool guy. He's very creative, and you know him, sort of, in a way. If you watch The Boys on Amazon, he was
Unhappy.
and happy. He is the co-executive and co-producer,
Co-creator, yep.
of those things, as well as Trans Metropolitan, and Space Bastards is one of his projects that he's got out there that is his, and it's just really cool stuff. So check out those interviews. Now, coming up on the channel, I got some really cool news. I have about 3 interviews so far that I've done from developers at E3. I've been offered more. More developers want to come on the show, so I need to make time for that. I am working on, once Mav starts feeling a little bit better, we're going to be doing, MPK, we're going to be doing updates to a very special video that you're going to see on this channel and on Facebook, that was done by our friend over at the Marvel Cinematic Universe Facebook group, which you all should subscribe to, by the way. All join it. It's the biggest one out there. It's got like over 500k people, all cool stuff. Yes, it's very cool. Go check it out. And Verizon emailed me, which I'm very excited about because it's about their 5G. They offered me an interview opportunity for 4GQ TV to talk to them about how 5G is going to affect the cloud. And I am going to respond, and I'm going to get you guys some technical information on what Verizon's plans are, what they can talk about, and put it up, obviously, on the channel after whatever their embargo may be. There may be an embargo until they show their streams, but you guys will see it here, and there will be a lot more industry stuff coming in. I have, multiple things out there to different voice actors, voice actresses, and other comic book artists as well. So really cool stuff. And I can't thank the Marvel Cinematic Universe Face Group enough. Everybody, please check that out. Really cool. Now we're all gonna get out of here, but before we do, gonna let these cool people do their outros, especially our special guest. Can I point to him for this? I have a hard time with this. Over there somewhere on my screen. So, Lemon, where can people find you, man? What are you up to? And how are you keeping Brooklyn safe, man?
I'm keeping Brooklyn safe because I don't leave the house. Nah, man, you can find me every day streaming on my channel, One Away Dragons TV, every Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Dragons Den podcast. Yeah, we're keeping it all things E3 this week, man. We was live today. Tomorrow we will have a special guest. My man Clowns is gonna come through as we watch Amazon drop their games and what they're doing with their gaming division. And yeah, man, we over there we just keep that energy, we keep that heat coming, man, and keep positive gaming news. That's what's up.
Awesome, man. Yeah, absolutely. Check out Dragon's Den. Everything that Lemon touches is like gold. You'll find stuff on drones that you never heard of, 8K cameras. You know, he's got the latest tech, and he talks about it, shows it off. And it's always wise to watch those videos before you drop your money on it, and Lemon drops his money on it so that you don't have to if it's not good. So don't pass that opportunity up, believe me. Believe me. Flamish.
That's the truth. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Flamish, my Belgiumese friend from Belgium. When you are just not walking the streets of Belgium, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Flemish, of course. There will be a new Flemish experience coming this Sunday. I just got my PC earlier today, so I'll be checking everything tomorrow, making sure everything's fine again. So it will be a new show this Sunday. And besides that, I'm also more on Twitch now. I'm going to be streaming Ratchet & Clank when I got my CD tomorrow. I'm going to wait for a delivery truck. It's going to be somewhere in the morning for America. So be sure to hang out with me and get me to affiliated status because I'm almost there, guys. Just a little bit more.
Almost there. You guys got to check it out for Flamish. Help him out. Absolutely.
But yeah, and of course I'll be here and on Lemon's shows this week. I'll be joining him for the rest of the week. So it's going to be cool.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
No, check him out as well. Lemon is awesome creator, awesome host.
Gotcha.
So-
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it.
And Animated Evil, my friend across the pond, who makes some DJ tracks, whether you know it or not. He's got some DJ skills, making music. He's dropping plugs. He does all that cool stuff between his normal 9-to-5 job and podcasting. Well, where can people find you, man?
Oh, Clowns, you really you you big me up too much. Ignore all that stuff. Yeah, I'm so happy to be part of the 4GQ TV team. Thank you very much. Obviously here on a Thursday, and hopefully when we get back on a Tuesday, whenever you're ready, Clowns, of course. You will also find me on a Wednesday midweek gaming with Stubbs, and hopefully now I've stopped working every weekend, back with Flamish on the Flamish Experience very soon. Yes, he says. That popular, really. The best place to find me and find out what I'm up to is on Twitter, animated_evil. Get me there. You'll find out what I'm up to, what podcast I'm on, and you will probably able to find our community game night as well, which I'd like you all to join. Just check it out.
Yes, one of the biggest events on Xbox is Xbox Community Gaming Nights, and it's open to everybody. Anybody can join, even if you don't speak English, which there are people that join that don't speak English, and that's quite okay. I mean, it's all about gaming and having fun with each other, and just, that's what it's about, man. It's about games. Join. Have fun with us.
Facts.
And Infinite, my man who moved from this state to my home state, where I moved to this state. If nobody catches that, I'm originally from PA. He's in PA. Now I'm in Florida, and he was from Florida. What's going on, and where can people find you? And what are you up to?
Oh man, other than being here on Thursdays, you guys catch me Tuesday nights at 7 on Retro Renegades. The amazing graphic god. We got Jago, Crispy Bomb, Flamish as well on the lead for Flamish out. And of course, Yobi. Always having a good time on Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern time, anyways, for you guys in no timeline. But other than that, you can catch me here and there. That's it. Nothing else going on. Just the way I like it.
Nice. Well, everybody for watching, I want to thank you very much. It's not possible without all your support coming by every week. It makes us happy just to interact with everyone. And I can't thank the panel enough for always coming through, and our special guest, Lemon. It was a very good friend, man. Absolutely. You know, one of these days we might have to play beat ball in Brooklyn or handball, because I don't know how to play handball. You might have to teach me. But
I'm rusty.
Too old and too slow now.
Speak for yourself.
Never too late to learn. Right?
I was speaking for myself. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I want to add, please check out Lemon's show on 108 Dragons TV on a Saturday. I was going to be a guest once. Shit happened. Hasn't happened since.
I'm waiting for you, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Whenever you say Lemon, just pick,
Dude, we can do this
work
week
it
if
out.
you want. We can do this week if you want. Up to you.
Problem.
It's a
No
date.
problem.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just buying dinner.
Now I got animated and addict. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Nice.
I'll do it this Saturday. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend due to a massive family emergency. But do you know what? I try and check out this guy every week on a Saturday. He is amazing.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
And one other thing I want to say is that our friends over at Next Level Gaming NLG, they're about to do their show. Starts at 9 p.m. Please check them out. They're very good. They're very, PG. They talk about a lot of great stuff, retro stuff, anything else that comes up. Just very good guys. So go check them out and see everybody next week. Thank you for coming by. Have fun gaming.
Enjoy yourselves, guys. Enjoy
Yeah, be
yourselves.
safe.
Peace out.
Hey guys.